has he has the link, so he will join when he can. Okay. There we go. I need to remember, where's my bookmark? So, if you remember last time you were inside a garden that was pleasant, it had plants and it had light, fake illumination. Well, not natural. There is illumination. That's not fake. And there was a small veggie-pygmy roaming about, which are more or less kind of hive creatures of strange vegetable matter. There's some stone benches, some light glowing. What do you guys want to do? If you need, that is what you see on first glance.
I want to spend some time here and learn Vegapygmy.
You cannot learn Vegapygmy as a ghost wolf. You have no physical body.
I don't have to perform it. I just need to learn to understand it.
You can't. Oh, I guess you could. You could smell. It'll take you 2 weeks.
Okay.
By that time, your main body will be dead.
No, they'll go rescue it for me.
Okay, so you're going to stay behind.
Splitting the party. It's time-honored tradition.
I mean, the party's already split, so...
Splitting the party more. Does anyone want to give me a perception check?
Sure.
I guess.
I'm good at perceiving.
That's nice. All right, I have to be on roll.
Wow. I see the ground.
I mean, is that the worst you can roll?
No, because I rolled a 2.
That's almost the worst you can roll. I forgot how perceptive you guys are. Everyone's got a good perception. Probably not the barbarian.
But
okay.
yeah, it's in your games we make sure to pump up perception.
I wonder why.
Woo.
I try to reward skill use as much as okay. I lied about the barbarian. Okay, so you guys are walking around. Let's see what would interest them. So Raz finds a bunch of dwarven bolts, which are the precursor to bullets.
Ooh.
And you find a dead dwarf as well. Let's turn this more towards me so I don't have to talk so loud. Bop. Gunner, you find a bunch of different herbs inside the garden. Some that look to be potion ingredients of various kinds. They have plaques written in Dwarven, if you can read that. Some of the plaques are broken. Some of the beds that the plaques are in front of are empty, but
What languages do I know?
Team, you find a dwarven great axe inside a little nook in the wall that was like it's a little crack that a dwarven axe has been literally shoved into. When you pull it out comes a skull of the bits of a skull of a cave giant. This looks like an old battle.
Lovely.
Is it a nice axe?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice axe. I mean, it's still dwarven made, so it's still a good axe.
Mm-hmm.
You use great sword, so it's not your ideal.
Yeah. Well, I'll take it anyway.
I can spell great axe. Don't correct me, Pathfinder. I hate that. Well, the weapon description doesn't tell me the damage.
If you spell it Grate, then it's actually just like got like the little cheese grating holes on the side, so when it goes in, it just grates everything.
Dwarven, is it great axe or war axe? I remember these things. I'm pretty sure it was. Okay, so it's 1d10 critical times 3. It does not throw well. Go back to this. You also see a slight glowing, both Lily and you see this. There's a glowing underneath the bench. When you look underneath the bench, TM, you can. Normally, you would not be able to see this because you are not divine, but you got a 20. So you see the faint outline of what looks to be a sad little ghost child that is like about 6 inches tall. It's featureless. But when you look at it, you feel pretty good.
Sad tiny ghost child.
Turkey, you recognize this as a being of positive energy, just like pure positive energy. And it seems to be taking refuge in this garden. It doesn't really seem to have a way out with all the drow nonsense and terribleness in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But the garden is still a nice respite from all that. It seems to be crying and it speaks celestial. And it's just basically saying that it wants to go home and that it's lonely.
Aw.
That's so sad.
Well, I guess we have to help then.
Just so you know, positive energy is the stuff that you use to heal. It is also, TM, the other thing that you find on the old crack in the wall, there's looks to be like a dwarven talisman. And it's got it makes no sound. It's like made of a bunch of petrified wood. Like a bunch of little slabs, and they're squares with dwarven runes on them. And when you when you pick it up, it makes no noise, even they're all clanging together. And that seems odd to you.
Well, I pass it on to someone who might.
Yeah, your wizard is arcane inclined, but he's also standing in the corner, staring at the wall.
Our wizard is also being quiet.
I'll keep it for now, I guess.
You guys took a rest after last time, because I had more stuff planned, but I was kind of rushing through it last time. But we'll just say it took you longer than it felt. So you guys would have been resting for a while. Ikim can now go. His tongue doesn't move, but his vocal cords and everything are still fine. So what do you guys want to investigate more? I gave you a lot of information there.
So how durable are these beings? If they get looked at wrong, do they just explode?
No. He could. Okay, so worst case, he could swap over from positive energy to negative energy if he's being tortured or just general bad things happening to it. Well, not general, very bad things are happening to it. It can be converted over, but that's just don't torture it,
Mm-hmm.
and don't let it be tortured, and you'll be more or less good. It may get really weak and unable to heal. It may be right now it's not exactly shining brightly.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, you don't want it to be too happy either. If it is overly happy and not conscious of itself, because it's not if you're on the plane of positive energy, you'll feel really great and really manic and really happy until you explode, because literally too much positive energy for
Today's gonna be a great day.
And then boosh, you're just gone.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. It's like getting overhealed. Mortal beings are not meant to be. They're not conduits of positive energy. But this thing could amp up any heal spell you cast. It probably could heal most ailments. And the biggest thing it could do is probably revive once, and then it would be gone. Or at least very, very much diminished.
So, as a dog, I'm gonna curl up around it.
It is warm and feels better, so it starts to grow brighter.
And it's gonna ride around on my back.
Okay, so you have made a friend. It has no name. It doesn't have a concept of names.
Its
Aw.
name is Friend.
His name is Fran. Frand. Fran.
Friend.
So what was it? Gunner has herbs. You have six dwarven bolts, which are it's basically just the tail end of a bolt and then an arrowhead with like little to no shaft. So it looks like
Okay.
a dart.
Little to no shaft. I'm gonna write that as the description. Little to no shaft.
Is it all balls?
No balls. Well, I guess unless you count the stabilizer, the feathers, as balls. They still
Feather
have.
balls.
I mean, what's your intelligence?
That is a question that I'm sure I can answer at some point. 14.
Oh, in what is it? 2 days, they'll have official Pathfinder sheets,
Neat.
and
That'd
not
be nice.
and not janky, broken Pathfinder sheets.
That's cool. So for our next session, we'll have better sheets.
Yes,
We roll
Yay.
20.
in Roll20, yeah, Pathfinder. Paizo's working with Roll20 to actually make real sheets.
That aren't laggy and stupid.
Well, the lagging stupid may just be from Roll20. Like what I had to turn off my like ad blocker and stuff like that. Pretty much all my extensions to let the JavaScript run. You know, like JavaScript does, aka terrible.
Hmm. I am
14.
familiar.
So when is Pathfinder 2 coming out?
I don't know
When it's done,
when it's done.
Okay, so it's just like still a ways out.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
announced that they're gonna start working on it.
Hmm.
Well, they're gonna do the public playtest sometime soon.
Okay.
yeah, they've released some details about how some stuff's gonna work.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, it's exciting. Someone should boopy him in a different place to see if you can catch him.
We're back, sorry.
Put them in a different place.
I booped him in the IRC.
Yeah, that's my different place.
Okay, so you're knowledgeable enough. You think you can probably craft a little makeshift bullet out of these by like making a cartridge around the back and actually shoving it in your gun? You think it'll more or less fit. There will be a higher misfire chance, but it could have interesting effects.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that.
The bolts are clearly magical.
Could you make basically a what do you call the? They just revolvers, but like the handheld, the short muskets, like the revolver, not tomorrow, the handgun muskets. Could you just make like a short or a hand cannon, like a one shot? Like you just
I feel like making a gun is harder than making bullets.
Yes.
I'm not expecting it to be like a fully fledged, but I'm just like talking about a one shot, like build a casing around it for a close range weapon to like pull it up and fire and then like throw away. What are those ones called? Those one shot guns. There's a word for that.
Derringers?
Yes, that. Thank you.
You could, in theory, make a Derringer. Derringer. I think you could actually reload a Derringer.
Yeah, but
Or why you would.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for later. So that's with your intelligence. You could craft it, and you would make it so that on it would increase your chances for a misfire, but I don't. If so, like right now, you misfire on a 1, right? Is you're fancy with guns?
I believe it misfires on 1. Yeah.
So this would misfire on a 2 as well.
Oof.
And so I already gave Tim. He's got an axe now. You also have like a foot, like a square foot of cave. Was it cave giant skull? Which is pretty hard. I guess if I don't know what you do with that, if you have that. It's about 2 inches thick.
Just use it to dungeon people with.
I mean, it's more like a really crappy shield that you have to hold with both sides. But yeah, you could also, I guess you could chuck it or beat someone with it. It's not going to break, really. Unless you hit someone really hard with it, but they'll probably break first. Gunnar, do you speak Dwarven? Who speaks Dwarven?
I do not.
I do.
Okay, but you can't speak. You're a wolf.
I can speak. Just druidic.
Everyone can speak. Everyone can see you now, though. Right? That was a thing.
I don't remember this happening.
Okay. In my
Can we-
notes, you're supposed to be able to see him by now. We may have skipped over that bit.
I think we skipped
It's
over that.
possible.
Well, oops! There's also a large fountain in the center of this room that the dog accidentally waded through. Hey, look! You're now bound to the material plane more, and everyone can now see you.
I react with shock and awe.
And now you understand that Kim was not crazy.
I dispute that.
He's still a crazy wizard.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be whenever you're supposed to pass through a pool of water, and then everyone in it could see each other. I guess you can also see the slight positive energy being friends.
So the question is, are we aware that this is Lily as a wolf?
I mean, Lily worships a wolf, and you're probably not, but you think there is a celestial wolf friend that seems to be more or less friendly.
Huh. So I guess we have a wolf friend now. That's neat.
It probably would fill in a few things for you since you've seen stuff kind of moving on its own and just kind of levitating in midair and just magical nonsense happening that you guys more or less ignored from being like, I don't know what that is. Oh well, which is a very cavalier response.
The world is magic.
So Gunnar,
Yes.
do you have appraisal?
Skills. Background. I have no ranks in it.
Okay, does anyone have appraisal besides Kim?
I have a point in appraisal.
That means you can use it.
I have 2 points in appraisal, apparently.
You can also use it.
Why do I have 2 points in appraisal?
I'm gonna roll appraisal.
What?
What is with my dice today?
Appraise the sun.
Okay, so you get a bunch of different herbs, Lily. You don't. You gather the ones that do not require alchemy to actually make into a potion or a salve. You can heal all sorts of minor illnesses now. If you have a high heal check, so you could probably also heal or recover Ikem most of the way, making an antidote to his poison. You find some very shiny rocks, Raz.
Ooh.
You're like, these are worth money.
I'll pocket some of the shiny rocks.
These are probably about 60 GP worth of shiny rocks. Some of them have different like opal veins in it, but not like full-fledged opals. But they look to be more or less shiny things that you could trade for knickknacks or maybe some spellcraft components.
Neat.
I feel like since I don't have hands, potions are made by just gathering all the ingredients, chewing on them, and then spitting them out and saying, "Eat this mash."
Well, you don't have any spit, so that could be. It's more sanitary than it sounds. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna lick it onto Ikim's mouth?
We'll wait for him to get back.
That's certainly a sentence you just said.
While
Ikim-
Fran like paws at his face.
He's had a great time so far. Drow love magic casters, and that they don't love them.
Like not
I
even a
love
little.
I think that's all. Let's see. Hold on. Notes time.
Well, I found some shiny rocks, so that's at least something.
And some risky bullets with potentially high rewards.
Some things that I can turn into bullets.
Oh, I guess you could also do an appraise on that since you have that, and on the bullets to see what they could do.
This seems like a good plan. Let's
This
try
means
figure out.
less risky. 14.
That's one more. That's something.
Okay. So you don't know the level of the spell. What? There's 3 different things that you can learn from this. Okay, so you do learn. I have to give you one thing. I rolled 2 1s and a 19, so you know that it is. You see, it seems to be a fireball spell cast on this, and you have no idea what rank. You also know that I should warn you that these will affect allies. You have explosive bolts, essentially.
Okay, that's rad.
There's an unidentified component, and you don't know what the spell level is. So you have no idea what the radius is, the damage is going to be on it, but you are fairly certain that if these things strike something, they will in fact explode.
Cool.
Use with caution.
What is this caution you speak of?
Something that the party's not exercised in a while.
I don't even know the meaning of the word.
So as TM, he's still got a natural 20. So as he's been poking around the walls, looking to him, he's like, "Hey, I found a battle axe. Maybe I'll find more." And so
So he has now found 17 battle axes.
he's found an old dwarven helmet that has a hole in the top. He's found some, more or less, some broken up armor. None of it is anywhere near usable. You also found a door, though. A door, not a door.
A door, you say?
What
That's
are we
not a
adoring?
battle axe at all.
And this is so he just kind of comes back out of the door and he's like, "Hey guys, there's a bunch of dead dwarves in here in a passage."
Well, that's always a good sign.
There's a very
Oh.
sneaky and hidden door of dwarven craft.
How long have they been dead, or are they skeletons?
Oh, there's no dwarf remains.
Okay.
There's just their equipment,
Oh,
their former equipment.
Which is kind of worrisome on its own.
It means it's like hundreds of years old.
Hmm?
Team is fairly certain that dwarves are actually just made of rocks, so he thinks maybe all these rocks inside the room are dwarves.
I mean, it's a fair assumption.
makes a yeah. Yeah, I can see the reason.
So now you have behind you. You have a large door made of stone. I think I said no. It was reinforced wood. It was a newer door that's fit to the kind of.
So if they're just stones that are put together, can I cast mending to get the dwarves back?
No, because that would just give you a skeleton. You wouldn't have the dwarfy bits in between.
It's tempting. Okay, I do it.
Could we find a use for a dwarf skeleton though?
I'm sure dwarf skeletons have many uses.
You found the dwarf littered pathway, and then the garden overlooks the Drow City, which is a bunch of shacks and kind of shitty houses and a large spire, which I don't know if I described last time. It's a large spire that's going straight up, and it looks to have like a stone dragon with shiny eyes. Looks like gems that are reflecting light.
Let's go get the gems.
That is like 200 feet up.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go get the gems.
You also still need to go get all the stuff out of the top of the pit. All of your equipment, unless you guys don't want to do that. As we mentioned before, the monk is fine.
Yeah, I got all my shit.
And which is nothing. And Hub is also fine.
Poverty for the win.
I found some potential bullets that can cast fireball. I'm having the time of my life.
So the dwarven passage seems to leads away from the town, well, the city, kind of back towards the way you came. But it also stinks of death and decay.
Oh, that's no fun then.
So now you guys are faced with your first choice of this session. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Bad dwarfs, bad dwarfs.
Presumably it'd be bad drow.
Anyways, I vote we don't go into that death doll.
I mean,
Dwarven
death sounds
death
bad,
doll.
yeah.
So I guess that means on to the city then.
There's a multitude of different ways you can tackle the city. You don't even have to. The city's still a ways off that you can see. You can climb down and head along the sides, the cliffs. There's a bunch of different entrances. This is a system of caves. To the left and the right. The right side goes for a good ways, maybe like half a mile before it kind of just drops in a sheer cliff. The left side seems to go almost all the way around the city until you reach the back, which is still just a sheer cliff down. Which is also light is coming from there, but it's like a sickly green light. You can't see what's down there, but you assume it's not good.
Presumably there's some sort of green flame.
It could be a flame. Kind of flickering.
So either way, we got a sheer cliff.
Okay, excuse me. So go left. Do you want to go into do you want to approach the city now, or do you want to explore the cave some more?
I mean, the city's presumably full of drow.
The city will be very much full of drow. That's not a question.
There's way fewer of us than there are of the drow.
That is also very true.
So I say we explore the caves, see if we can't find a way around the city somehow.
Mm-hmm.
why go through all the drow when we can go around them?
That seems reasonable.
I mean, I think the only possible option to go through them is to try and collapse something on top of the city. Therefore, Gunnar doesn't feel bad because they're already buried.
I mean, you do have a point.
Like, I do not want to be digging 500 graves.
No, that sounds like it'd take an awful long time.
Yeah, and you know who that'd be especially awful for? The person that's still in captivity.
But I mean, that would also require us actually killing 500 drow.
Yeah, we
Which I
could
mean
also
is
just not.
possible.
That would be worth a fair bit of experience, I guess. If you found a way to eliminate this entire drow encampment.
Well, I did just find these explosive bullets.
Do you have no idea on the radius of?
Well,
They would
the
need
ceiling to see if it collapses.
a very large, like, Grand Wizard level fireball to even start this collapse.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think we really need a dwarf for that kind of work.
Hmm. So
Someone
do
who's-
we know a necromancer? Because we do have these dead dwarves.
You have dwarf armor. If you remember, there's no more bones.
But okay, I cast mending. Now there are bones.
There are now bones. There's not bones. Tian's character is not the brightest. Not actually made of rocks.
We could dress up as dwarves and do a bluff check on a demolitions check.
This is not the silly campaign, so I would have allowed that.
I don't think we can bluff the game mechanic.
I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Do you have? Is no direction still a spell inside Pathfinder? Or that's just a thing that druids can just do. I think this may be the only time no direction would be a useful spell. Which is probably why it's not a spell.
I mean, had I thought of it, I could have used what is it? Guiding Star? One of these things to like mark a point, mark the cave. But I didn't realize we would want to go back there at that point.
Oh, it is a spell. It was a bard and druid spell. And psychic and shaman, but we don't talk about those. Okay. You don't have that. So I think you guys have like the option of 12 different paths that you can choose from. Some of those paths are really close together. So you imagine they probably group up. If you guys have any way of trying to figure out directions, or you want to see if your character remembers or is smart enough to figure out that twisting mess of cave, convince me how you do that.
Well, you could try to, check for drafts and, listen and try to figure out if any of the paths are different.
I do have knowledge geography for some reason.
And I have knowledge dungeoneering.
Both of those will work.
Because I've apparently done shit in caves before at some point.
And knowledge nature, of course.
I don't know if knowledge nature will help you here.
Fair enough.
I have knowledge history.
You can tell that this is a cave, and caves are old.
I will use my previous knowledge of having been in caves before to see if I can notice anything about these many paths.
Well, was
I
the
do not.
No, no, you don't.
Hey guys, did you know these caves are made out of rocks?
Can you? But your character's still unsure.
Raz picks a random one and goes, "This is the one."
No, I don't think he's able to do heads or tails of anything. He's not sure of anything right now.
This is my headcanon. Raz picks a tunnel and points at it and goes, "This is the one." He starts talking to someone for a couple seconds, points at a different one, and doesn't realize he's pointing at a different one. Just goes, "This is the one," and that goes on for like a minute while he's pointed at basically every single one. And we're just
Okay,
like,
no.
okay.
I was wrong. That is exactly what happens. And
Okay.
hold on. I'm marked down extra experience for that.
Yes.
That is exactly what happens.
I have been in caves before at some point, but apparently I didn't learn a whole lot from that experience.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Was the area with the pits, was that dwarven architecture?
no.
Okay, so can we rule out any of the
Yes.
dwarven tunnels?
You can roll out about half of them.
Yes.
There were 13. You can roll out 7. So there you go. Seems to be the ones that were further away from the garden.
Oh. That greatly increases our odds.
Yeah, by about half.
Yeah.
Gunnar, you still have your knowledge check you can make.
Right. There we go.
Wait.
13.
Okay.
Vegapigme, do they understand any other languages?
The Vegapigmes?
Yes.
They do. I think you would be able to. You'd be able to converse with them one way if you speak Druidic. Gunnar, you can eliminate the what you're going to call the west side. Let's say that the sheer cliff is on the north side of the city. You can eliminate the ones further on the west side from the cave. They seem to be going just from from the way it looks. They seem to be going up and further to the north. And you know that unless they have some big twisty, windy paths behind them, that's not in the direction of the tunnel where you got thrown inside the big pit.
Cool.
So you eliminate 3. So now you have, how many are left?
4, I think.
No, because we eliminated 7.
So you have 3. You have 3 left.
All right, I'm going to. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. I guess we'll ask the Vegapigme.
They're not very bright.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to word this. I guess just like where they take, or where the because they probably throw dead bodies down there too. So I might just like ask where the dead bodies go, type thing.
Oh,
because I don't know if they'd understand prisoner.
I think I can figure that out because I have like a sharp sense of smell because I'm a cat.
I'm also a wolf.
Yeah, you both would be able to smell the pygmy language, but you're not capable of speaking it since you do not have the proper glands.
Could we smell the dead bodies though?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could. Do you want to do that?
The question is, does that help? Does that
Yeah.
help us figure out which way to go here?
Yes, that would be very helpful.
Hold on. I know this. Which roll this is? This is a survival roll, I think. To
For
smell
tracking?
shit. Yeah.
Yes.
To track stuff by smell. I will attempt to track shit by smell.
Okay.
Let's.
What?
Okay, that's better. That's a 20 showing. After my +8.
Okay, so between the dwarf passage and the tunnel to the left, you would have to get closer to the tunnels on the left. But how keen is that smell? I guess you can't smell from 300 feet away.
No.
But the dwarf passage definitely leads to dead bodies.
Hey.
Do you want to try and sneak along the wall?
Am I still invisible, or not invisible at all, or like only invisible to everyone else, not the party? How does that work?
Only the party can see you. Or any divine or any magic caster.
So communicating with the vegetarians might just freak them out.
Yeah, maybe.
Or I could like stand behind one and speak to try and convince the other one that it's talking.
That'd be a deception roll. That's bluff. See, this is problem with switching game systems so much.
It's I can just mouth along to the words, so it seems like I'm talking.
Yeah, the max range that I can smell things at is 90 feet.
So you would have to make a stealth check to kind of sneak along the wall, which is, it's not very steep, it's very sloped. But you'd still have to sneak along the wall, which you don't look like a rock. You could be seen.
I am very stealthy, though.
Do you want to try and do that? And then get a whiff and come back? Get a whiff and come back? Trying to find a way back to their items.
They're smelling their items?
Their items are above a giant pit of dead bodies.
Oh, okay.
And giant pits of dead bodies are smelly.
This is true.
Okay.
Well, does anyone have like a better idea? I am really, really good at stealthmanship.
This is you now, as you're trying to get our attention after you sneak along the wall.
I don't think there's anything, TM, you don't have anything you can do.
Nope, I'm a big, huge barbarian.
Big McLarge huge.
Do you have an opinion on where you should go? I guess you want to do anything that doesn't involve sneaking.
Yeah. Not sneaking is, I think, the way to go for us.
I would quite like my greatsword back.
So you guys are going to take the dwarf passage of death.
If we must.
I mean, your other options are to sneak along the wall and then pick a path.
Well, I can just sneak along the wall and check.
You want to give me a roll? What?
25.
Okay, you can sneak over there. You find out that the biggest one, the biggest opening, has even got some like little markers along the path that are in drow.
Darn, I don't read drow.
And a bunch of blood kind of soaking the floor, going down that path. They're like, yeah, that's probably it. It looks like they drag bodies through here quite often. Jeez, Blaine.
So cue the video I just posted.
No, I didn't want to put it on because I've got an array mic and it's gonna feedback like a bitch.
Have you seen Three Amigos?
A long time ago.
It's the one where he's on the wall trying to get their attention.
Oh, okay. Well, he sneaks there and he sneaks back. It probably takes him about 10, 15 minutes.
So yeah, they've been dragging bodies along here. Probably there's a lot of blood.
It smells the same as the dwarf passage. It smells like death and decay.
That's interesting, I suppose. That there's death that way, and there's dead stuff that way. And there's blood marks on the ground along the non-dwarf path.
We could split the party.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should do
Always
that.
split the party.
Think about the ground that you could cover.
We'll hit 8 different, 5 different tunnels at once.
That seems like a bad plan.
It's fine.
So you guys want to walk? It sounds like you guys are leaning towards dwarf passage.
I don't know. Whatever.
Because it involves less sneaking. The two loud ones seem to.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the dwarf passage either. I just don't see many options here.
That makes sense.
I mean, you can just punch things, so
Yes, I'm very good at that.
we could just go dwarf passage and then double back if things go scary.
Spoiler alert, things will go scary.
Probably, yeah.
You're in the Underdark.
Things are scary at a constant rate.
But how scary are they really?
Well, I mean, you guys have already been tortured and kind of
I mean, one of us has.
nearly murdered. No, the rest of the party was also beaten. I mean, one of them got their mouth sewn shut. That's
Oh,
not as
no.
bad as it gets.
That's so bad.
We fixed that though.
You did fix it.
They also numbed it, so
What should we get?
Okay, so you guys go down the dwarf passage of death.
rock falls, we die. Yay! The end.
The end. There is you see a couple large monitor lizards that seem to be just chilling out. A couple links into the cave. They seem to be non-hostile, so that's a plus.
Just sort of like there.
They're just sort of there. I need my dice. No reason, no. Just for fun.
Can I tame the monitor lizards?
They're rather skittish of you. They can't even see you. They're skittish of the party.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so Raz 12. You TM has a +10. Okay, so TM, Raz, and Hans Punchman. That you all see and you smell smoke. I guess the Wolfo smells smoke as well.
Well, that's a good sign.
And you can kind of peek over the top and you see what looks to be like a small tent made out of some sort of hide. And you hear loud snoring, which you can identify as snoring. Everyone else is like, what's that strange rumbly sound?
Go check.
You want to go check Invisible Wolf?
I guess I can leave Fran behind and go check so that Fran doesn't alert people.
Yeah, because he would be a glowy kind of thing on your back.
No, just a glowy thing floating in the air.
Yes, that's what they would see. Okay, so is everyone else okay with that?
Yep.
Okay.
Sneaky as a wolf.
Sneaky
You
wolf.
walk over, peer inside the tent, and you see a large giant. Guess I just cancel large. It's just a giant. It's got like gray skin and large tusks coming out of its mouth. Got some white hair that's kind of stooped over. It's sitting down, just snoring loudly. What's this? Poo-poo. No. Next to it is a giant axe that seems to be hewn out of bone. It's got a necklace of skulls.
Oh, it's the giant asshole.
Blaine, whose team are you on?
The giant assholes team. Oh, whatever I was saying, I'm gonna play the giant asshole.
I mean, it's on brand for Blaine.
It's got like crude jewelry made out of bone. But it does seem to be fast asleep. It also has several monitor lizards in its tent, and they're all just kind of chillaxing and fighting over what looks to be scraps of flesh.
Mhm.
On the other side of the camp is the tunnel continues.
How heavy is that axe?
Barry, it's much, much bigger than you. It's like twice your size.
Okay.
TM may be able to move it. Anyone, if you have a strength of score of like 15, you may have a chance.
What's my strength? Oh, I can totally move it then.
You are a giant fool, I would imagine.
My strength is 21. I think I can help.
You can probably help.
11's not going to cut it, huh?
No.
Could I drag it?
Not quietly.
Nice, though. Yeah. I guess I go back and report, even though no one understands.
They're kind of just looking at you.
So no one speaks Druidic.
No one speaks Druidic.
No one speaks Wolf.
No.
Nope.
Do you speak Sphinx?
I mean, like, I know Sphinx. The Wolf cannot speak it. The Wolf doesn't have the vocal cords to speak Sphinx.
Scratch Sphinx letters into the dirt.
Blaine, let the players play the game.
Gunner. I know RN, ASL, Celestial, Common, Curavit, Draconic, Druidic, Dwarven, Elfish, Giant, Gnoll, Gnome, Goblin, Gutterspeak, Halfling, Infernal, Orcish, Sphinx, Sylvan, Terran, and Undercommon.
Cool. I know Common and Sphinx.
I know halfling and catfolk.
Yep. I will probably just do the letter thing again, though.
I forgot.
It was more fun to figure out other ways first.
What's the letter thing again?
Either sticks or rocks, or depending on the surface scratching.
So what do you spell out?
Giant.
That's a pretty easy one, yeah. Shouldn't take long.
When the party sees the word giant on the ground, what do you do with that?
I look at the tent. Oh, you're asking what the party does?
Uh-huh.
Party, what does?
What do we do?
I stare at the word. Then I stare at the tent. Then I stare at the word. Oh dear. That's problematic.
At this point, Fran just climbs back up on your back.
Yeah, that's fine. I can write sleep on the ground underneath of it.
Sleeping giant? I feel there's a saying about sleeping giants.
I
Is it that we
believe
should
it.
poke them in the eye?
I believe it's that we should let it, sleep
I thought that was
and not
dogs.
not bother it, because I don't know about you, but a giant's much bigger than me.
This is true.
Mhm.
I can confirm.
And I feel like if I bother a giant while it's sleeping, it's not going to be, it's going to be upset.
I
Well,
would
I guess
imagine
it's-
so. I mean, I'm generally upset when people interrupt my sleep.
So we should probably not interrupt the sleeping giant.
Okay.
Let's all be sneaksmen.
The question is, what the shit's a sleeping giant doing down here?
Well, it probably lives down here.
In the Underdark?
There are giants that live in Underdark, such as cave giants.
Maybe it's
Oh,
friends
wait,
with the
there's
drow.
not one.
If it's friends with the drow, then we should, not let it know we're here. Because,
Oh, yes, that's generally a good idea.
So
sneaks
you have two
peeches.
options. You can kill it, or you can try and sneak past it.
What kind of flesh was it eating?
A whole kinds. If you're asking about drow, you would have. Yes, there's drow flesh in there too.
So what if we attempted to kite this giant into the drow city?
I mean,
There would
I
be an
have
alarm.
worse ideas, but I have also heard many better ideas in my time.
I don't know. It's high up on my list of ideas.
Yeah, and that's kind of telling by itself, really.
Well, I'm just leaving it out there as an option.
This also doesn't have to be done now.
Yeah, we
That's
can
true.
leave it
I-
alone for now.
Can I make any kind of poison or knockout drug to put on some meat to throw at the monitor lizards?
With the potion, with the herbs that you got,
Yeah.
yes.
Do these have a number of uses that you're tracking?
Yes.
Okay. Do I know what that number is?
You will have used up roughly half of them if you do this. Probably have enough to make
Sure.
2 or 3 more basic potions.
We just need something to. Does anyone want to give up an arm?
No.
I kind of need both of mine.
You can join the party.
Yeah, I used two-handed weapons. I think I need.
All right.
Well, Kim can't argue, so
Yeah. I don't think the wizard needs anything.
All right. We take one of his arms, and no.
it's not like he's got to cast spells.
It's just meta magic it. You don't need it. So, I guess I can just dump it on the meat that they're currently eating.
Okay.
Sure, why not? We'll just do that. And if we wake the giant up, we wake the giant up.
Okay, so give me a stealth check.
This will go well. Do I get any bonuses for being invisible?
Yes. Don't worry about that. That's already
Okay.
added.
Oh, ignore the heal check. I just clicked on a random thing.
Oh. Yes, you do fine.
Yay!
It doesn't take effect immediately, though. These are not magic potions. So, you guys wait it out. It probably takes about 30 minutes.
Well, yes.
Yes.
Sure. We're not in a particular hurry here.
Yeah, I have to see if the giant wakes up. No, the giant is still asleep.
As far as we know.
That would have been hilarious. If you like put the monitor lizards to sleep and you're like, yes. And then the giant wakes up. Oh, geez. This is what I get for sitting on my phone.
Okay. So are we good to go?
Yeah, I mean, there is little to no movement inside the camp. What you do? I need still checks from everybody.
So how okay, so can I do like some kind of knowledge check to try and figure out how much health a giant has?
That'd be like sizing up your opponent.
Yeah.
Sense motive.
Okay.
Which is still, it's way better described as insight in 5e. Like, yeah, you can. Let me see this.
All right.
Let me see this book.
Oh, do you need this page or some other
Yeah, I
page?
need this page.
Well, I could write something out for you.
Okay, so it is a CR6 creature.
Okay.
It has like between 50 and 80 HP.
How much damage does Hraz do on a coup de grace?
On who?
On a coup de grace.
No, who did you say?
Raz.
Raz.
Oh, it sounded like you said a combination between Hrin and
I think
Raz.
I did.
Raz.
Well, both of them
Entirely
together.
plausible.
It's just it's an automatically confirmed critical. Man, I have not done a coup de grace in a long time. A coup de Gracie.
Well, I can do quite a bit. Because my rifle crit is times 4. 1d10 plus 6. That's still not, a whole lot.
As a full round action, you can use a melee weapon to deliver a coup de grace
It's a melee weapon.
on a helpless
don't-
foe.
I have
You can also
claws.
use a bow, crossbow, or gun, provided you're adjacent to the target.
Okay, yeah.
You
Okay, so
automatically score a critical. If the defender survives, they must make a fortitude save, DC 10 plus the damage dealt, or die.
Oh, okay.
okay, yeah, that's yeah. I could do that because 1d10 plus 6 times 4 is quite a lot.
So like
of
that's
damage.
at least what 7 minimum, so 28. So that's like a 38 minimum save.
The it's the long one. Hrin would also be able to do quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but Tren couldn't stealth up there as easily.
That's true.
So do you want me to?
I think it'd be hilarious.
If you kill him, then you won't be able to use him against the drow later.
Also true.
And
Gunner's
I
fast
learned that one.
Which I'm still not entirely sure how you would pull off, but
If we kill him, we no longer have to try to figure out how to use him against the drow.
This
is
is
also-
also true.
I'm still just generally against the needless killing of helpless sentient beings.
Was there any cow in the meat that they were eating?
no.
Okay.
Gunner's faith tells him that no matter how vile the creature is, they still deserve, their spirits still deserve to be moved on. It's not his job to judge them.
We're not preventing this. Yeah, their spirit deserves to move on. So
You
we're
can't
helping
move
their
on
spirit
unless you
move
give
on.
a funeral to it.
That's fine.
And I'm still just generally against killing if not absolutely necessary.
Okay. So are giants an evil creature, or are they?
Hey, Blaine, are you evil?
That's a good question.
Are you
I
an
mean,
evil asshole or
Wait, are we talking about Blaine, or are we talking about the giant here?
Well,
Because one of those is a very easy answer.
um,
Hearts.
where would it say?
at the top and the little bar?
Well, it has a hand
Let me see.
and a snowflake.
Snowflake.
Its alignment is hand snowflake.
That's not snowflake. That's evil.
Oh.
No, that's chaos. Technically,
It looks like a snowflake and a star.
it's not.
Okay.
It is chaotic evil.
So it's not a frost giant.
Why
Okay.
did I just write that? Jesus.
Right there, Bloom. CE.
Oh,
Large
I was looking
humanoid
at
giant.
I was looking at the logos because you said the very top.
Yeah, I know. I forgot what all those logos mean.
Well, one of them is snowflake.
It's not a snowflake.
It's half a snowflake, half a star.
It exists in temperate climates
Okay. It is a snowflake then.
as well as underground. That's what the cave-looking thing next to it means.
Mhm. Yeah, look like a
Okay. So Gunnar doesn't want to kill the thing, even though it's chaotic evil.
That's correct.
I could probably pretty easily kill it.
Like, I'd rather just attempt to sneak past it.
And then if that fails, then fight.
Yes, if necessary.
Or we could have Raz sneak over there and prepare a coup de grace while the rest of us try and sneak past. If we fail, boom.
Can we pull the thing from the gamers here, where we just go, look, evildoer over there, and you run off to find the evildoer while we shoot the thing.
But then you'll have a very angry bull man that likes to punch things.
That
Just
is
say he woke
true.
up. He woke up and tried to eat the cat.
I mean, in general, I'm against the party trying to trick other party members.
How about we just attempt to sneak and see what happens?
Raz, do you want to set up for a coup de grace just in case?
Yeah,
Suggested.
yeah. I'll set up for that.
So you have to do a first stealth. You have to stealth first, and then everyone else has to stealth.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see how this goes.
And Gunnar, I gave you some bonus
17.
experience. That's fine.
Yay.
Okay. So I'm set up for murder.
Okay, now let's see I mean, really, it just depends on the two loud ones.
Mhm.
Watch now as everyone succeeds. Or, not.
Okay. Well,
Trips and falls.
I guess I'll roll as well. Okay, I didn't
now-
roll one.
Now it all depends on Hub's initiative.
Watch as my initiative is like 4 or whatever.
So
bonus.
Lily starts to go.
24.
Okay. Blaine, what's your initiative?
There's no bonus.
No, okay.
Is it less than 24?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just roll damage and see if we need? I guess there might be monitor lizards to fight. So
Yeah, I can roll damage for the coup de grace. It's 1d10 plus 6 and auto crit, so that times 4. That's a lot of health. 44 into
Only
its
a
face.
flesh wound.
How much?
Okay, so I need everyone else to give me. So
Initiative.
How much health does it have?
this is why I wanted to move them on to a separate thing. I forgot to do that because now I have to type in all the initiative myself, which sucks.
I mean, you can just add us, and then we can put our own initiative in.
Yeah, but then it's gonna get funky.
Okay.
Because because I have a mixture of pro and not pro features right now. Okay, I think I'm missing someone.
Don't get fucky.
Nope, the initiative is not Lily.
Man.
And 9.01. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Okay, who is just like crumpling everything?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so used to push to talk. So I think after playing as a wolf, the only possible outcome is that I become a lycanthrope. There we go.
A gnomish lycanthrope. That'd be a thing.
I forgot to unmute myself.
Did it do?
Yeah.
So do I.
So does the cave giant have more than 44 health?
Yes.
Okay, so it does attempt to get up with a hole through its face.
So you shoot it. Well, let's see. First of all, I need to roll to see. So Kren, let's describe this first. Kren and Gunner both. So like Lily starts to sneak out too, and then Hren and Hans both at the same time try to sneak out. Hans trips Ren. Ren falls down flat in his face, and Klang rocks the ball.
And then he also starts playing a tuba.
And Hans is like, "Oh my God, are you all right?"
Let me hit this drum also to accompany your tuba
And
playing.
then all of a sudden, Tider wakes up and goes, "Guys, you're supposed to be quiet."
So basically, they're both Drax.
Yes. So I'm gonna give him a very small chance to see if he's still helpless at the start of this round, since you guys. He's very helpless. He's very, very helpless.
So what does that mean?
It means that his coup de grace does go off. How much damage do you do? Do you have to roll damage? Yeah, you have to roll damage.
You said
Roll damage was rolled.
Yeah, I've rolled 11, and the crit on my rifle is ×4.
Okay.
So yeah, he has
10
this
plus
much.
the damage?
He has this much health now.
Hold on. He also needs to make a fortitude save because
Oh,
he's going to take damage dealt. Okay, so he only has one chance at this. Yeah, I know. But in order to, like, barring a 20, the highest he can get is 30. Hey! He got a 20!
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he is. He's just mostly dead.
Well, he's a lot. He's
He's mostly dead.
I mean, but compared to most other creatures.
Well, compared to dead creatures, he's still very much alive.
That's true.
He's missing a tusk and an eye, and he's going to be taking a lot of penalties. And he is.
And his tusks are real big.
Yeah, they're about the size of.
They're bigger than his head is.
They're about the size of Raz. So you blew off of basically half of his face. He is now crying in pain on the ground, and that is his action, I guess. He did survive. Well, I guess he can flail. He flails crazily around. What's your AC, Raz?
I'm up against him.
And this 17.
I really like the disadvantage and advantage system that I've seen
Me
out of
too.
5. Because it's just like, you could just give him disadvantage to account for the fact that he's flailing.
Yeah, 1 sec. Phone call.
I'm just giving him a -8.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a 19, makes him an 11. Plus his what's his base attack? Just give me hands. Okay, so an 11, and your AC 17.
Phone call, I think.
Then I shall check myself. Wah.
Well, rather than checking yourself, you should probably check his character.
I'm gonna check myself before I wreck myself. Okay, so he does manage to hit him, just barely.
Let me see.
So far, this guy has rolled 2 1s, 120, and 119. And I have a feeling he's going to die. Let me see his stat block for his damage, or do you want to roll his? Yeah, it's not. It's not going to be a common, but it's going to be 1d8. He's a large creature. Just strength. Hands for strength modifier.
Modifier. It doesn't give me the modifier.
You can calculate it yourself.
What song is that?
Okay.
But I don't know what the modifier then is. I don't remember how to do that.
Okay, subtract 10, and then divide by 2, round down. Okay, so I got it. Okay, so he does a total. Ooh, he hits so hard. He takes 8 damage.
From this giant thing.
Well, I mean, he did just have half its brain blown off.
I know.
And
Because
that.
he doesn't hit him dead on, because otherwise that would make any sense.
Oh no, he's more just pushing him. He's like, get the frick away from me. He's not actually punching. He's just like, ow! Oh my god, what the hell happened? I heard a noise, and now I heard a bigger noise, and now I'm dead. Okay, so that sends Hub is. You see him fly out of the tent. And he's about 14 feet out there.
And
He
has a
lands
mild
next.
bruise on his head.
Well, he got pushed in the arm.
I feel like he got pushed in the entire body.
I do need to check for combat maneuver defense. Okay, yeah, so he's totally pushed. And he's not in the fire, but he's almost in the fire. I kind of was cheating. If he ended up in the fire, I would have felt really bad because the troll can't willingly do that. And it's the next person's turn. That's the cave giant. Kind of stands up. He's got one hand on the ground, one hand on his axe, and he kind of like hunched over, and he's making the most god-awful noise. Friend, you're about 20 feet from the giant after you slid down the cliff. Well, the hill. Incline? It's in a cave. It's hard to fucking
Incline. I'm gonna go with incline.
incline.
Well, I will step forward and power attack it with my Dwarven War Axe.
Okay. Ouch. What's its AC?
I would imagine it's a lot.
It should be in defenses. Okay. Yeah, it's got you chop it.
What is it?
He got a
Real good.
roll 23 and he did 17 damage to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the 23 definitely hits.
Okay, so you probably come up to about his elbow. How tall are you? You're freaking tall, actually.
I don't know if I actually noted that down.
If I remember correctly, you were a big boy. Oh, what's going on? This is okay. Yeah, you didn't note that down, but pick a height. Now we'll determine how tall you are. You're a human, right?
Yep.
It can only be like 7 feet.
Your upper limit is like 7.5 feet. That's like the natural height for humans, but I mean, that's still an unnaturally tall human.
Well, what would I normally roll for roll for this?
I don't know. Roll 2d12 plus 5. Well, not the +5. It's 5 feet and then 12 inches for each
Oh, I see.
thing.
2d12 plus 60.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah, but I was just gonna convert it.
Yeah.
70. You're 5'10". You're the shortest barbarian. Oh, no, you can always just make it up. Either way, I would say up to his shoulder is about. Let me see it.
I mean, he's just. It doesn't actually have a.
He's large.
Large.
Let's say I'm 6'7".
6'7".
That's a reasonable height.
Maybe.
The space
How
is,
tall are you?
it's 18 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
So you come up to just past his elbow with his arm all the way on the ground. Probably to like his middle forearm. Forearm?
Upper arm?
Upper arm. That's not right.
Or-
Like
You could also
forearm,
just say bicep.
Aft arm?
bicep. And you hack into that bicep with. Okay, so you get a choice. Do you want to attack the hand that his axe is currently in, or do you want to have the one that he's currently supporting his weight on?
Oh, supporting his weight on. Yeah.
Okay, so you chop into that bicep and you cut pretty deep into it, and he needs to make another save. Yeah, this boy doesn't want to die. Okay, so you noted his health plane. Okay, so he falls down. His arm is not good. It's kind of dangly. You think you may have broken it, and he lets out a huge roar of pain and anger. Okay, now I have too many character sheets in the way. Go away, character sheets. Okay. Put you all over there. Turn there. Okay, now it's Hans's turn.
Okay. I'm going to grapple him and try to choke him out.
Okay. Okay, you are very strong, so I will allow you to try.
Sweet. I completely forget what I rolled for this stuff.
The combat maneuver bonus. CMB.
Rolling now.
What's the CMB?
CMD?
Yeah.
So that's a 17, apparently.
Okay, that's much lower. Well, actually, let me see. Oh, shit, I have to do some math. You don't know that.
Math.
Okay, so I need to look at his dexterity.
Wait, I think there's something else I'm forgetting to add.
Angry boy.
I think I get
also-
bonuses to grappling.
Do you have improved grapple or anything like that?
I think so. Feats.
Improved grapple. +2.
Yes.
And you don't provoke it. You don't provoke attacks of opportunity too. Okay.
You won't provoke attack opportunity.
Total damage before playing. Wow, I forgot how good your character is. Yeah, so you do choke. He's now grappled. Okay. Now.
Hmm?
Okay, so you have him in a chokehold, and he is now gasping for air. But a new challenger has appeared.
Oh
Oh
dear.
dear.
Noise, since the monitor lizards are not magically asleep, they are just snoozy. They have woken up
And they see a big pile of meat.
and they see the fact that their master is looking really weak and pathetic, and that's just not okay. Also, that's a lot more meat. They do take minuses to their initiative.
The sleepy boy.
There's the sleepy boys. Oh, boy.
We have the stat block for giant mother lizards.
Why didn't it change the name? What? I have like just like a small amount of time away from freaking Roll20. I forget everything. Sleepy boys. There. They start gathering around they're about standing on the outskirts of the giant, and they're making noises at him.
Are you okay noises or ooh food noises?
Like, I'm hunting now. It is your turn, Lily. Wolfo Lily.
All right. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop.
I might as well bring Lily's character sheet up too, since I have literally everyone else's.
All right. What does I want to do? I mean, I could calm the emotions of all the monitor lizards, but
They don't really have emotions per se.
that's fine.
That would just make them hunt calmer.
I swear I took a thing to punch things that wasn't. I need to figure out what the hell's going on with my spells, because well, I guess I don't have a fourth or a third level spell yet. But doot.
Is Zukim anywhere?
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I haven't
So,
either. And unless
think he
someone
just-
has
think he
phone
just
number
didn't
or
wake up.
something,
Oh, maybe I have that. Yeah.
in which case he might be textable.
or someone had, or if you're on Hangouts, you boop him there. That might boop his phone.
I got his phone. What you want, Brian?
Crap. So no one's really hurt. I mean, we could try and get him to surrender.
I think that's what Gunner's planning to do. Is the thing he's planning to knock him unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's just easier that way.
because calm emotions, I don't know how well it would work against a monitor lizard, but it's calm agitated creatures. They cannot take violent/destructive actions. So
Is that actually what it says?
yeah, they can still defend themselves. It's broken by any aggressive action/damage dealt to any of the calmed creatures. Oh, any of the calmed creatures. Okay. Yeah.
Well, we gotta wait. Bonus sneeze.
Good
Oh,
I was like, I'm about to wait. We got one more.
okay, so that would also affect everyone. That would
Well-
affect everyone.
It's creatures on a 20-foot radius spread, so I can aim it. Oh, they're circling it though.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Gunner, how good is your will?
My will?
Yeah.
I don't think it's terrible.
As a monk, it's usually not.
It's got +5 to it.
Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, it's not
Well,
bad.
not compared to you.
Well, I mean, it's a DC 19, so.
Oh, you're strong, boy. Strong spellcaster. Okay, I'll allow you to. If you lower the DC, I'll make a bargain with you. If you lower the DC by 3, I'll let you selectively calm people.
Okay, I will do
Wait.
just the monitor lizards then.
As a monk, I'm pretty calm already, so.
Yeah, but you couldn't be attacking this guy.
You can't take aggressive actions and
What is the
someone else is like aggressive.
I'm not taking aggressive actions. I'm cuddling the giant.
No, I mean I don't think it's this guy.
Just very.
Okay, Zella, does spooning count as an aggressive action?
It depends on how aggressive the spoon is.
All right, well, Gunnar, how aggressive of a spoon are you?
Okay, I rolled for the monitor lizards with the DC. So just make the decision if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So only one, the larger monitor lizard is not.
Okay.
Is not calm.
It does. So that's what it does.
Okay. And are you still choking it out?
Yep.
Oh, and it I have to concentrate, but it lasts up to 1 round per level.
Yep. And now it goes back to the one monitor lizard. What is it attack like?
Is that Anger Boy?
Anger boy.
Yeah, it's Anger Boy.
Oh dear.
No.
No?
No. If it was level 7 monitor lizard, it would eat the giant. Just because.
That's not what it says. But
No, I know, but then it's strong. Then it's stronger than the giant. Mm-hmm. They're small.
oh, but it's a giant monitor.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand.
I would assume it's at least medium size.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. That's not crazy.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's not the actual size category. Huge, but yeah.
okay. It's going to try and bite. Does it have like a direct
It has a direct line to the
to the
giant's butt.
To the giant's butt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It also can attack Kryn. It can attack Raz, who's on the ground.
Oh, is it closer to Raz than it is to?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then it's going to try and bite Raz.
Okay. How Raz
Yeah.
is? You are small.
Technically, I'm medium. I think
Okay.
medium sized.
Same size as the lizard.
Yes.
I'm just like 5'7".
Okay, so this lizard is longer than you are tall,
It's gonna
and
do
it
a
is
bite.
running over and does a bite.
Does a bite.
How much
Oh
damage? Is
dear.
it? Well, roll its attack first.
So just 20, right?
Oh, roll again. Okay.
Just a regular.
His AC is 17. So what's his attack bonus?
But I'm on the ground though.
Yeah, oh yeah, so you lose your dexterity.
Yeah, so that means it's 13.
I'm pretty sure that's a confirmed crit then.
Maybe. It was a pretty crappy second roll.
Yeah.
His attack +2.
I don't remember how to do Pathfinder. It's been way too long.
Okay, so it does not confirm the critical.
Well, that's good.
But it does.
That's
do
good for me.
bite.
It does do a bite. Yeah, roll it. I think it's right there. Yeah, and it's got strength too. Okay, so wow, this thing is a big lizard. Okay, so add 4 to that.
Okay.
So it does 8 damage, and it adds. You need to make a. Well, no, it just gets to roll this again to see if it grabs him. It does do a grab. Where is it? Okay, I need you to make a fortitude save.
24.
24. Okay, so you resist the dexterity poison. It still
Good.
has you by the. What do you want to buy him by? What limb? Probably
Leg is
go
the
for the.
biggest.
Probably go for the neck.
Neck?
Yeah, it's still a predator.
I guess that's true. Okay. Neck 6 makes sense.
So it's got you by the neck, and it's dragging you. Where is it just going to drag him away from everything?
I mean, he just wants to eat him.
Yeah, so it's just trying to pull him away. How far can he run?
That's a good question.
He is a speedy boy.
What is it?
Okay, it drags you 30 feet away
Ow, 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 ow.
over rocks, and you take an additional point of damage from being dragged.
Ow.
They've taken 9 damage total, I think.
Yes, you are now grappled. If you want to get out, you have to make a combat maneuver bonus. It has to make keep making grapple checks against you to keep you grappled. But it is just
Yay.
bits you on your right shoulder neck area, and is like food.
Meanwhile, everyone else just hears swearing in catfolk.
So
Is
now
that a
it's your
language?
It is, in fact, a language.
I need to
I
learn this
believe-
language.
I think it uses
I'm not going to teach you this language. I like being the only one in the party that knows it. I can swear whenever I want.
I mean, you could swear whenever you want, regardless. I'm pretty sure the barbarian and both the barbarian and the monk do it anyway.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
it's funnier if they don't understand me.
So your turn. You are grappled on the ground. You have. It's going to be difficult for you. You can't move because you're grappled. You can make a combat maneuver bonus check to do a combat maneuver. You can try and do a wrestling move and slam it into the ground, I guess.
I don't think I'm proficient in wrestling.
I mean, this is not combat maneuvers are not something that you have to be proficient in.
Yeah, I'll attempt to just, not be grappled. To throw it off of me and, get it away from my neck because I like my neck. It's important.
It is a very nice neck.
I mean, if you just got rid of the rest of your body, you wouldn't really need the neck anymore.
Okay, so you've got a whole mess of things that you can do. I'm just gonna put it inside here. Technically, you're going to be away from combat. I'm thinking about skipping you and coming back to you so that you can look over your combat maneuvers, unless you know what you want to do right now.
I don't.
I mean,
Because I
my
did-
usual suggestion is to just suplex the lizard.
You are grappled.
The lizard's larger than me, though.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
just
mean you
take
can't
all
suplex it.
Can you shove a explosive bullet down its throat?
That seems like the worst idea you can possibly do. I'm going to tell you right now, don't do that. Don't.
Well, now you know what you have to do.
Well, I do have claws.
He can also attempt a different. He can attempt to break it, but he also can stay grappled with it and try and smash it. If you're grappled, you can use unarmed and light weapon. No, that's if you approve. If you can use unarmed attacks, which for you is good because you've got claws, against it without any penalties. You can also try and break the grapple, or reverse the grapple.
Yeah, I can reverse, or I can break free, or I can attempt any action that doesn't require two hands.
Yeah. Should steal from it.
Should mount it.
Oh my!
If you do reverse the grapple, I am going to say that you suplex it into the ground.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's reverse the grapple. See what happens.
Turn Raz. Attacks.
Okay, so I make a CMB or escape artist. I don't think I have escape artist. No, so I make a CMB.
So you roll a d20 and add that. It rolls a d20 and adds its.
CMB or something?
That's
No, it doesn't roll a d20. Sorry, that was 3rd edition.
that's 13. That's not a large number.
No, it's not.
Okay, 13.
13.
Good hero point to increase that.
You can roll. Yeah.
Do I have any of them though?
If you don't, then it's gonna. If you don't get out of the grapple, then it will be meaner. It will try to re-poison you.
Yeah, that's not fun at all.
And if you lose your dexterity, that's going to be very hard to get out of the grapple. That's kind of how it hunts.
That's how it does.
Yeah, I imagined.
It is an angry boy.
But I don't.
It's an
I don't
anger
think-
boy.
I don't think I have any.
Oh,
Or
sure.
do I?
You have 2 hero points. You can have up to 3. You get 2 hero points whenever you level up. You guys are about to level up.
Oh,
It belongs to me.
well, I can spend those presumably. I'm just trying to find where in the shit in this
Same. That's
mess of a sheet those are noted down.
There's the hero points are not on this sheet.
Of course they aren't. That'd make too much sense.
This is an additional rule that I use. But I got it all down. Gunner only has 1 hero point. What is this? Yeah, that's what we did.
Oh, okay, good. It is.
Oh, good.
Okay. So it is a medium to begin with. It's just that was, as a companion, I was looking at the
Okay,
stats.
so it is harder to trip it because it's got 4 legs.
Quadrupedal.
So do you want to use the hero point?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you roll what? 1d8? And add that to the roll.
What is it's a 1? Oh, hey, that's a large number. That's a 7.
That definitely works then.
Okay, so that works. You just kind of pull yourself up to your feet and then slam it down on the edge. It takes slam damage.
Slam damage.
Slam damage. Okay, roll me a d6 and add your strength.
It takes slammage.
Slamage.
Slammage?
Unless,
Okay, I'm
hold
gonna
on,
add-
what's my strength modifier? That's
Be
not
right
a lot.
back. I need a drink.
Character bonus experience is 2. Funnies is now 1.
6 damage.
Cool. That you little weak little boy. Well, I guess he just shoots dudes.
Um,
Well, I have +2 to strength. What do you want?
2.
Mhm.
Is it 6?
6 damage.
Okay.
Okay. 3. Okay, so what is that?
Yeah.
And now it is still just a wild creature. It does not run away. Does it lose its grapple? Okay, it has had the wind completely knocked out of it. It's got a 1. So it's like, and so it lets go of you.
Ooh.
You now have it pinned. You have your shoulder like resting up against its throat. It still has its claws though. Okay, now it's Cave Giant's turn. It's going to try and get out of your chokehold, Gunner.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Combat maneuver bonus. Okay, I think they can. Can you hear Blaine whispering?
Not really.
Okay, good. I didn't know how sensitive I had my mic set to.
Very quiet girl.
What's your combat maneuver defense, Gunner?
CMD is 27.
It fails. It failed hard. Well, I mean, it rolled pretty well. It just,
That's high.
it was already kind of hunching down, so I just imagined you jumped up and grabbed his neck, and you're just having it like in a, what would normally be a choke, or would normally be a headlock, but this thing's head's so massive.
Yeah, that's about what I was imagining.
You got one hand on its remaining tusk, and then the other one on its throat.
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes non-lethal damage. Okay, it starts to look a little pale and starts to struggle less.
Good, good.
Friend, you have a bunch of monitor lizards around you
But
that
they're
are
just like,
they're chill as fuck. It seems like Gunner's got the poor cave giant like relatively in hand. Quite literally, actually.
The lizards around me aren't looking to attack.
well, they've been calmed.
Yeah, they're...
To be clear, if you attack any one of them,
3 turns.
if you attack any of them, they all get to attack now.
That seems bad.
Yeah, I don't really want to do that.
What is it?
He doesn't want to attack them because they'll get an attack immediately.
Do you want to position yourself to get ready to attack them?
He could also.
Yeah.
Did you mute it for a second?
Hold on, I'll be right there, baby.
Ah.
No, you don't need to make suggestions.
No, I want to give context.
I mean, you could help Raz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably we don't want that.
Oh, yeah. That is something that I should have told them. Okay, there are large cages around that look like they could be used to store the monitor lizards.
So while they come, could I just like pick one up and put one in the cage?
Yeah, let's.
Like not being friendly, just
Yeah, I would have to.
Just be like, Yorn, put this over here.
I'm gonna give you a. I would say that's let's make it the weirdest diplomacy check that's ever been done.
Animal
I mean, I want to handle animals.
Or animal handling. Yeah,
It is
that's literally
animal.
handling animals.
not great.
Does this find it aggressive? No. It's like, yeah, this is cool. So you place so the cage is only like 10 feet. It's right on the outside of the tent, so you can just walk around, place it in. So you can put 2 inside and then pick up a third one. There are 6 total that are calm. There's the anger boy. He's the 7th. So you do that?
Yeah, I guess that's my my new job, picking up lizards.
Yeah, you need to roll for pickup lizards. You need to roll 2 more times.
Lizard Wrangler.
Okay. So you put 2 inside a cage and they're just kind of chilling there. Stoned lizards.
I'm just kind of holding one.
Okay. Next person's turn is Hans. Finish him, Hans.
Another CMB.
Yeah. To maintain. And then give me a D12 for assuming that you succeed. Okay, give me a D12.
Okay. One.
Okay.
Damn it, roll 20.
Well, at least you didn't roll a 1 on your CMB.
Don't push.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than that.
Okay, it's still, it is barely struggling. You feel like if you let go, it will still be conscious and still alert, but you think maybe one more turn.
Yeah, I'm going to hold on for another turn.
Okay, Lily, you're concentrating. You can do anything that doesn't require, or you can let go of the concentrating, but the cage door is not closed.
So are all the not angry boys in the cage?
No.
Okay.
2 of them are Prin's holding one, and then was it 3 more are outside?
Yep. So are they all? How many are going to go in a cage? Is it like one big cage or?
There's technically 2 big cages, but they could all fit inside one.
Okay.
They won't be comfortable. You probably get a citation from animal control, but that's all right.
So I guess I'm gonna go over to the cage and ready. Close the cage or lock the cage when the next one gets put in there.
Okay, so you would just want to put that would make 3 inside, 3 outside. Well, and then Anger Boy.
Well, yeah, he'll put the other 3 in the other cage.
Okay. So you do that, and it's Anger Boy's turn. What does Anger Boy do? He's currently got a cat poke on him.
He's gonna try and do another bite. That's pretty much his thing.
He can't do a bite.
Can't do a bite.
No,
Mm,
he can do a slash.
Okay.
Yeah, not gonna do a whole lot. He does have claws, so it'll do more than nothing.
I guess he'd just try and get grappled also.
Okay, so CMB, look up your combat maneuver defense. Raz.
22.
Okay,
Good luck.
got a 4.
I don't think it has.
It didn't do it.
It's really good at grapple. It flips you and throws you in the air. No, it does not. Just you want to make. You can still do a slashy slash.
I don't know how to do that.
It's just a D4.
Okay.
It's a hit. And it got a natural 20. And a 3.
So no crit.
He's AC 17. Okay. Well, you take a point of. It scratches you. Just 1 point. Scratch.
Scratch.
Oh.
Monitor lizards. They don't get a resave, right?
No,
No.
not unless they're attacked.
No, unless they're attacked. Okay, so monitor lizards still chill. Now it's Raz's turn.
Okay, so I am now grappling this lizard,
Yeah,
Anger Boy.
and you have it by the throat. Technically, it's helpless right now. Because it failed to get up, you have it pinned.
Okay, that's interesting.
You can disarm its mouth.
I could tie it up.
You could tie it up.
Or try and throw it into the cage.
You know what? I'm gonna tie it up and attempt to throw it into the cage.
Okay. You have rope?
Probably not.
I think you have rope.
I would assume you have rope, just maybe not handy.
Yeah, I don't have rope handy.
Is there rope around? Pick high or low.
Low.
33. There is a rope that you can get, and you can try and tie it up next turn.
Okay.
You have it pinned, so it's not going anywhere. At most, it can do is scratch you. No, you
Well,
can't.
I sup-
No, can't scratch anymore. No scratching.
I could hit it in the face, I suppose.
You could punch it in the face. Do you want to do that?
I'm
Yes,
punch
I-
it in the face. I have
Okay.
claws.
Smack.
But that
Waiting for the
not defenses, attacks. This is where my claws are.
It's helpless.
So I hit it for 5.
Minus. Yeah, you hit it for 5. You barely hit it for 5. The only reason you hit it is because it's pinned. Okay.
You had help.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
I'm just really annoyed at this thing.
Like, bad anger boy. Cave giant's turn. It's gonna try and get out. Okay, Gunner. How about a 19? That's less.
Against my CMD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fails.
Okay. And D12. 10. That's a sleepy boy.
Yeah.
The giant stops moving. Yeah. Yeah.
Huzzah!
Technically
Technically not dead.
not dead.
Yet.
Okay, Friend's turn. Friend's gonna just handle some more animals.
And
Picking up
the
lizards.
Welcome to the lizard pickup service. Okay, so you already have this lizard handled, so you just toss that one in, which triggers Lily's reaction. She closes and locks the gate. The other 2 lizards are right next to each other. You can just
14 good enough?
um,
Yoink.
and so you just get a lizard under each arm. These are big lizards too. How strong is you?
20.
Okay, yeah, you can pick up big lizards.
Ooh, you're a strong boy.
And you start walking over to the other one, and so that's 20 feet. So 10, 20, that's 30 feet total. So there's one more lizard out. Dust off your hands. Hans, how's your handle animal? Hans Punchman.
Sorry?
How's your handle animal? The only thing left to do is, well, I guess you could also tie up the cave giant, or you could help with Anger Boy.
Yeah, I have nothing in handle animal. So, like, literally 0.
I don't suggest that. Then
No, so I'll just tie up the giant.
okay.
I will use my basket weaving skills.
Do you have points in T?
Yes, I do.
And basket weaving. He literally has artistry basket weaving.
Is artistry T one of them? Or what is the T?
Long.
Oh, T lore?
Yes. I know all about the history of tea.
And this helps you with
do you have
basket weaving?
or anything like what strength of material are you using to tie him up with? Lily, you're next, so I assume your reaction to the next door.
Can I handle animal without breaking concentration?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can try, but you may fail. That's risky.
Yeah. I'll just wait and do thing.
Lily, the silent participant.
To be
Well,
clear,
no, I can't.
how difficult is this to lock the gate as a wolf?
Not very.
Okay.
You just pull down the latch.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay. Anger Boy got a 12 to break out of the pen. He does not break out of the pen.
Neat.
That's his entire turn. Oh, no, he can't even scratch. He's pendant now.
Yes.
Okay. Monitor lizards. This is the third turn that they are calmed. How many turns left do you have on that?
Up to 6.
Okay, so you're halfway through. Now it's Raz's turn.
This is a very useful spell.
It is.
As long as there's cages nearby, yeah, it's a pretty useful spell. Well, I don't think you could handle people like this. I think animals are more willing to be handled.
Yeah. I just mean, like, it's not necessarily handling, because I've used it at least 3 times to good success so far.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, I've used it now. I've used it with the bats. I used it with
Did you not meet him yet?
what's her face? Stephanie. Because she was gonna kill someone, and I was like, wait.
Yeah, it has been a high-performing spell. Raz, you tie him up?
I tie up Angry Boy.
You put him in the cage with the other ones.
Okay, so you need to make a combat maneuver check at a -10 penalty. The DC to escape these bindings is higher than 20 plus the target's CMB. The target cannot escape from these bonds, even the natural 20 on check. Okay. So roll.
Roll CMB or just straight 20?
Yeah, natural 20 plus your CMB. So, yeah.
24.
Okay, so you don't need to do the combat maneuver bonus. If the DC to escape these bindings is higher than 20 plus the target's CMB, the target cannot escape. So this target cannot escape. He is now tied up.
Woo!
You want to go walk him back?
To the cage.
Yeah, let's walk him back to the fight since he dragged me 30 feet away.
Okay. So that one's now. Yeah, you can't get to the cage, but you can walk back. You're 10 feet away from the cage. Curse the poor lizard. Oh, no, I mean, well, it's not a poor lizard, it was an asshole. Cave giant. Cave giant snoozing. Cave giant be snoozing for a while. Cave giant probably bleeding to death slowly.
There's probably a lot of blood.
There's a lot of blood all over the place, but it is still a giant, so it does have some natural hardiness to it. So at this current rate, you don't think it's gonna die.
Perfect. It's good enough for me.
It probably will never be the same unless.
He's basically out of combat at this point.
Well, no, because friend can still fuck up handling of the animal. So there's one more lizard outside. So, I mean, is it likely? No, but it could happen.
And there's also Anger Boy, but he's
possible.
tied up and can't escape. So.
It really doesn't happen. This,
So that lizard now is your friend.
yeah, that lizard is now your friend. You have managed to tame a lizard.
Yes.
Whoa.
But you do know that monitor lizards are willing to turn on their masters at pretty much any given point, so you may not want to keep it as a pet.
Yeah, I just put it in the cage.
You don't even have to pick it up. You just point to the cage and it just goes.
I tell it it's never a leader.
And it somehow locks the cage on its own. And you're
No,
like,
it
what?
doesn't. We need to get the other one in there still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Anger Boy was already in there.
No, he's 10 feet away, remember?
Oh yeah. So Hans, what kind of binds do you have for this?
I have some rope.
What kind of rope?
Ropey rope.
Hemp rope, probably. If it's not listed with any other type, I just assume it's basic hemp rope.
Yeah.
Does anyone have chain?
Do you want to look around for some?
Yeah, I just have rope 50 feet written down, so.
So it's just hemp.
Yeah. But also, yeah, I look around to see if there's chains or anything more durable around.
Give me a perception.
Yeah.
So they're all locked in the cage now. So I can.
Yeah, we're just gonna just fast forward and get out of combat. You lock You lock the cage. You just bring the latch down and pull it around. It's now smacked in there. 17. Okay, you remember that back in the dwarven tunnel, there were some dwarven chain along the wall.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, and there it is more than enough to tie the giant up. They are very, very heavy.
Well, good thing I'm very, very strong.
Yeah, you may not want to take them with you.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
Okay,
I'll
so
go and help with gathering chains.
Okay. It is like 60 feet of chains. It was in a giant spool.
Mhm.
And so you get a bit of like a dwarven glaive and use that to kind of tie up the chain. What is the dwarven chain? It's 10 plus 20 plus the CMB. Okay, so that the giant cannot escape. Period.
Yay.
Friend is really sad that you hurt the giant, and he wants to heal the giant. I don't know if you're gonna let him do that.
Friend?
Yeah, Fran.
Oh, Fran. Would Fran be content with me stabilizing the giant?
I mean, giant's already stabilized.
No.
Giant has like 19 health left, something like that. It's not. You took out like 2/3 of its health with, the coup de grace. It was pretty much dead. It would have died in one turn of serious attacking. What is that perception for? Lily's perception.
You said to roll perception.
Oh, that was for Gunner.
Okay.
But you can also look. You see a giant. You see some monitor lizards. There's some bones around.
Lots of skulls.
Lots and lots of skulls. It likes skulls. There's actually a second tent.
Just skulls.
Oh yeah. There's not a giant in it, and there doesn't seem to have been a giant in it for some time. Lots of rolling. So what you guys, you wanna heal the giant, or do you want to move on?
Giant will be fine.
Fran wants to heal the giant, though.
He typically wants to heal anything that's been hurt. Oh, that's true. It does heal Raz.
Does
Yay.
it heal the monitor lizard?
No, you can't get to the monitor lizard.
It's in a cage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you can't get to it. It's in the cage. Okay, you can heal 12 points of damage.
I go back up to max.
Is that over your max?
Yes.
Okay, you feel slightly like
It's
you
like
have
2
much
over my
energy.
max. So
It's 1 over?
2 over my max.
Okay.
Slightly more invigorated than
So
usual.
you have temporary HP. The 2 is temporary. You also feel like you have a ton of energy on you, and you can move 5 feet further. You feel stronger. You may get like some bonuses to attack or something like that. You take minuses to aiming though, because you're jittery boy.
Well, who needs to aim anyways?
This friend can heal you, but there may be some downsides. As I said, having pure positive energy inside of you is not typically a normal thing.
I don't remember. Evil does not mean that you're. You have to be like undead for positive energy to hurt you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Undead need negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
do. I guess you also find you get 21. So you find an old dwarven loot cache.
Woo!
It's got some big dwarven shields in it, big round things that look like they're made of some sort of. It's like the color of brass, but it's not. It's not brass. It's much heavier. That's worth about like 200 GP, and it weighs 28 pounds. Lily could completely hide behind it and probably lay underneath it. There's some old dwarven trinkets that total 93 gold. It's mostly like darts, bits of metal, like jewelry and charms, but nothing seems magical.
So I guess I feel like the big shield is probably going to be not worth bringing because heavy. But if one of the big boys wants to carry it, that's fine.
I have no need for a shield.
Me neither, really.
I just meant value-wise.
It's a long way to trek a freaking heavy shield.
Yeah.
We'll bring the trinkets.
Okay. Those weigh like grand total a pound.
Yeah, it's much more reasonable.
So do you guys want to? What do you want to do with this giant now? You just want to leave him all tied up?
Yeah.
Are you going to come back and untie him? Because you've tied him up very tightly. He's never gonna be able to escape that.
I think we can come back and untie him later and then maybe send him against the thing and talk to him once he wakes up.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know if he speaks common. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
I guarantee I speak at least one language it does, but not as well.
Giant. So
Yeah.
I know that. Okay, so now let's see. You guys have. There is a lot of twisty passages here, but you guys can just sniff it out because you have two people with scent. So you can just. I assume you just follow that. Do you want to explore any of the? There's like 3 branches that you could take. Do you want to look at them, or just do you want your shit?
I'm up for looking.
Also, did anyone want to take the axe?
Nah.
What are the stats on the axe? Is it magical?
No, it's not magical.
I'm sure it's a perfectly fine axe, but
size large, I think.
It is size large,
Mm-hmm.
which would be it'd be difficult to wield, but it does do 3d6 points of damage, which you'd be taking some pretty hefty minuses to wield it.
Yep. Also, it's heavy.
It is hewn from a bone of some giant underdark creature.
All right.
Well,
Are we? Because if I imagine that once we get our stuff, we'll probably either there'll probably be another way back. We'll go. So if we're gonna skip the tunnels, we'll be skipping the tunnels probably for good.
no, you could. I mean, you could totally walk back through there if you wanted
totally
to.
could, but I'm imagining that that's probably not going to happen.
Is everyone all? Did anyone take damage that is not healed?
nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you
So
guys
you-
want
you
to? I
wanna
know
do
Rin wants
damage.
his stuff. Gunner's partial to exploring. Lily,
Meh.
what's your opinions on this?
Eh,
I mean, I guess I would probably push more towards stuff.
2 votes stuff. Do you want to tie it up and make it confusing, Raz?
Let's go over the stuff first. We can explore later.
Okay, so you guys approach and you can see, well, you hear him long before, but there's the echoing in the cave. But you hear, it sounds like 2 or 3 drow males. They seem to be laughing and they seem to be playing dice of some sort. They're sitting next to the large. There's several chests of items, and they're on a table. You can see the giant pit with the metal lid over it. You guys are about 50 feet away, hiding behind some rocks.
I vote we throw them in the pit.
That seems fair.
That's an idea.
Yeah, that is an idea. That is certainly an idea.
Bonk. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So there we go. What did I need? And I mean, I assume you guys are going to be attacking them. Are you going to try and talk to them? No. Everyone's rolling initiative.
Yeah, they're drow. You don't exactly
Okay, I
have
have
a
a
lot
question.
to say.
Is it likely that they understand Druidic?
No.
Then I'm gonna not talk to them.
Okay. You don't see any drow druids. Those are pretty uncommon to begin with. Okay, so give me some initiatives. God, I love that image.
That's
Hey.
good. I've been good at initiative.
Yeah. It's like one of my best initiative rolls.
Hans is 15. And Lily is 17. Drow are last. Or Drow. Okay. So they don't know you're there. There are 3 of them. 1 of them sleeping. 2 are playing dice and laughing. They have some sort of drink on the table with them. You think they may be drunk.
Can I like stealth over and then knock one of the dice closer to the pit?
It's the table they're playing on is just a barrel with a piece of wood on it. So yeah, you could totally just knock it all over. They're about
No,
10
just one of the dice. I just want them to go chase the die.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what the dice are on.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just making it clear that I'm not trying to
Entire
like.
table over there.
I'm not trying to flip table. I just want to like boop one of the dice and have it go.
Okay. Roll stealth. I'm gonna make stealth check for knocking dice too. Wait, it's not your turn yet. It's Raz's turn.
That's fine.
Raz, do you want to hold your action after Lily?
Sure. Let's see what she gets up to. I can always just shoot them in the face.
Do you want to take an action to shoot them in the face, like a reactive?
Yeah, as a reaction.
Ready action.
Ready an action to shoot them in the face.
Okay. You can have 2 choices. Well, technically 3. You have guy on left, guy on right, or sleeping guy.
Eeny, miny, miny, left.
Okay, left it is. 9 for stealth. That is amazing. Your luck had to run out eventually. You do get +4, but they're like, when they immediately see the die starting to move and they grab it and they're like, what the heck was that? And let's see if they're
And I
smart.
hide under the table. Or you said it's a barrel, so I can't really hide out.
No, they're too stupid, and well, I guess they're drunk. They're too drunk. Because they got a 1 with their intelligence. So they're like, it must have been the wind underground. Yeah. Okay, Lily, you have failed. Hans,
I mean, I could just come out and bull rush them into the pit.
I mean, the thing is closed, so
yeah, you'd have to open it.
Yeah, so that's
Just watching him hallway forever.
Are there any walks or good hiding places either closer to them or closer to the pit we could move to?
Yes, there's one next to the pit that would it'd put you next to the pit and them on the other side of the large rock, but you'd have to be sneaky.
I'm not sneaky.
oh, we could try and convince one of them that the other is cheating.
How would you do that without them being like, "Holy shit, there's a person there"?
One of us is invisible.
Yeah, I'm just going to hold my turn, I think, since there's nothing I can really do.
There are rocks around you that you could throw as distractions. You could make. There's numerous ways to make distractions. You could make a noise.
Okay, I pick up a rock and throw it against the opposite wall.
So that'd be towards the hatch. Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
Okay. They hear that and they're like, "Holy, what was that?" The sleeping guy wake up is the question. No, sleeping guy's still sleeping.
Good.
He's good at sleep.
He's very good. He may be even the best. Okay, so that makes it Hren's turn. No one's now looking at you in your direction. Guy on left is still sitting on his makeshift chair. Guy on right has gotten up and he's like walking towards the hatch and going like, "Hello?" I was speaking undercommon, so you probably can't.
I understand.
I was like, "Who's there?"
So that's the hatch to the pit, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, assuming he's going to open the hatch to have a look, I'm going to ready an action to rush and shove him in.
Okay. You'd have to get a little bit closer. Do you want to? You'd have to make a stealth check. I mean, this is probably your best case scenario. They're distracted, they're drunk, and
I've only got a -1. Let's go for it.
7. Okay, countered by their perception. 4. That is too close. Okay, so with all their minuses, they get a 6. You technically stealth to the rock I was talking about. If he goes to open up the hatch, he's going to have his back to you, and the hatch opens, so you would be able to bull rush him in. Okay, guy on left is yelling at the guy that is near the hatch. Now they're mad at each other, and so he's just throwing like a rock at him now. And they seem to be arguing about whose job it is to check and who's actually on guard right now. And that is their turn. Raz? You've readied an action and it is expired. Because it is now your turn again.
Well,
no one required shooting though, so I guess that's okay.
yeah, they still don't really require shooting. Plus, we just want to get rid of them now and murder them both in a hurry.
I mean, we could continue this farce and see how long it goes. Because it's kind of amusing.
Yeah.
It is kind of amusing.
Do you
Ready
have-
another shot?
Do you want to ready a shot? You also readying will take your standard action. If you want to cause a distraction, that would also take your standard action.
Fuck it. Let's just shoot one of them in the face.
No.
No.
I wanted to. This was the good opportunity to move the chips or whatever from the guy at the things thing.
Yeah. Well, see how this would play out.
Well, I can do silenced shot.
Do you want to shoot the guy that's sleeping?
Cause just mass confusion. Suddenly he's dead.
Well, I don't know if they'd know.
Yeah, I'm in favor of just not shooting anyone.
Well, you're no fun.
No, I'm not.
He'll make you tea later, though.
That is true. I'm very good at making tea.
Fine. Let's
All right.
wait and see how the situation fucking develops.
I'm gonna
I guess.
move like whatever they're using for chips or money. I'm gonna move like half of, because I'm assuming they're both kind of focused that away from the table right now.
Yeah, neither of them are looking at the table.
So I'm gonna move like a good chunk of the guy at the doors over to the guy who's still there.
Okay.
Stealth
Roll.
check.
Yep. 12.
Better.
Well, it's not a 7.
Okay, you're good. I'm glad I made them drunk. This would have been impossible. Hans, do you want to see to the other side of the room?
They're both looking away right now.
Yeah, you could technically sneak to be on a different rock that's on the other side of the table. So it goes like, imagine like in the northwest, there's the hatch, and then there's a rock going towards the middle with Hryn on it. Then there's the guy just on the other side of the rock looking at the hatch. And then
Hey,
there's
it's not a
table
terrible
two.
roll.
And then on the east side of the room, there's you now, hidden behind a rock.
I'm
are-
stealth man.
You could like just take a step over and punch the sleeping guy if you wanted to.
I don't think that's quite required yet.
Hryn, do you want to? You still want to wait to see if that guy gets close to the hatch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to remake a stealth check. Does he investigate the hatch or does he go back to his table? He goes back to the table.
Does he see the chips moved?
I don't know. I get. What role would I guess perception again? Perception is shit.
Um,
How do you like? What's the DC for noticing chips?
I mean, that's kind of the one thing that they're paying attention to now.
So I guess it wouldn't be that hard.
Mm-hmm.
So he's mad now.
This is the
He's going-
dumbest thing.
They already hit each other. Okay, so he tries to draw his rapier and tries to stab the guy, but he gets a 1 and he ends up throwing it, and it lands like right next to Hryn. The other guy stabs him a lot. Oh god. He gets oh god. He gets 2 20s. The other guy's dead. The other guy's very dead. He just lobs off the guy's head with the scimitar. The sleeping guy is now very concerned as to what's going on, and he's also drawn what looks to be a crossbow, and he's threatening the guy that has cut off the other guy's head. And they're all yelling at each other.
Oh, this is so stupid.
You're welcome.
It looks like they're gonna fight. Raz, it's your turn.
Ready to shoot the survivor?
I just stare in amazement at the stupidity on display.
Are you guys just gonna hold your action until next turn?
Yeah, let's see what fucking happens.
Okay. Blank, can you roll this? And I'm gonna roll the other one. You are a scimitar guy. And I am. Okay. I need you to roll that one for fortitude. Okay. So he's poisoned. The other guy got shot. The scimitar guy got shot with poison darts, and then he is stabbed.
He did.
He's poisoned. He stabbed the guy with the crossbow, and the guy with the crossbow is nearly dead. And the other guy is paralyzed. And then that's their turn. They're both just kind of on the ground now. Because they both have poison on their weapons, they're both paralyzed.
Take their stuff, throw them down the pit, and then
leave.
loot.
You can get all your stuff back.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff up there. I mean, I'm not going to make you roll for throwing paralyzed bodies down a hole. You guys, good job. So, yeah, you get all of your things back. Like everything's there. They hadn't sorted it all out yet. There only seems to be a few things that looks to be like some merchants that were carrying some silk. The silk is up there. It's kind of bloody on some of it, but if you wanted to take the silk, you could.
Being silk's always good to have.
They had some shitty crossbows. There's a drow crossbow, there's a drow scimitar, and a drow rapier.
None of those are useful to me.
I mean, well, as we've learned, the rapier is a thrown weapon.
It did no damage.
I didn't say it was a good one.
Everything's a thrown weapon if you try hard enough.
Anything's a thrown weapon if you throw it hard enough.
Yes, that's also true.
Well then.
You can head back to the giant. It'll take you another, if you just stroll about like you did. Before I was having you guys move carefully, so it was slow going. I don't know if you want to go carefully again. If you are going carefully, it'll take you about 30 minutes, or you can explore the side paths.
Do we want to just explore since people are exploring?
Yeah, I mean, I'm up for exploring.
Okay. So you go back the way you came, or do you want to explore a different path? These are all questions that are important. That no one has answers to. Someone needs to.
I rolled a 4 and a D10, so different paths.
Different paths. Okay, so you can actually see. You guys have gone a very twisted roundabout way. You can actually still see the city through a large tunnel. You can see the big cave that the city's in. You can't actually see the city, but you can see the top of that cave. If you want to go that way, that'll lead you back, and then you could take some of the other paths. You could also go back. Gunnar, you can't forget that giant will die otherwise.
Fine. I go back and loosen his bonds slightly.
Okay. So you walk back. Now, I would say, takes 20 minutes. All the lizards are very angry that you locked them in a cage now, by the way.
They'll get over it.
Probably.
I just grin and wave at them.
Suck it. Like flipping the bird. So you guys all meet up inside the pit. Now, do we want to head? Where to explore?
Oh man, we should have taken the Drow Guard uniforms.
They would not have fit you.
What? They wouldn't have fit a wolf?
They wouldn't have fit Tidor. They would have fit Tidor. And that's about it.
No,
Yeah.
I think they totally would have believed an invisible wolf was a guard.
I mean, that would have been
Totally.
weird. Slightly cute.
Can we at least get, say we took one of the drow hats for him? The wolf
Yes.
has a hat.
The drow don't have hats. But sure.
Well, that's just silly then.
There was a hat from the merchants.
Yes, they had a floppy hat.
Perfect.
So if you exit out towards the city, there's the, 13 tunnels? Well, 12 tunnels now. Because you know where one of them leads. One of you's got to make a decision as to which tunnel you want to go in.
3.
Tunnel 3, from left or right? Well,
Yeah.
from the garden or from the other side?
That's someone else's choice. I made my call.
Okay. Raz, from the garden or from the other side? Oh, 20. TM has rolled a D2 and has gotten a 1. This means
The left one.
the left one. Okay. So you are going away from the garden. So you're going to the tunnel right next to you.
There we go. Closest tunnel. Go.
You guys peek inside, and it seems to be it's really dark as usual. It doesn't have the ambient lighting of the Drow city, so Hren can't see at all.
I had a torch or something, didn't I? Have a glowing.
Yeah, but I assumed you didn't want to use the torch while in eyesight of the city.
Yeah.
Also, your microphone has suddenly gotten very good, so that's good.
Yeah.
Magic.
Magic indeed. So inside, everyone else has dark vision.
Yep.
Yep.
You peek inside, and it's kind of like the cave is white. It's like made of some sort of white stone or something. It's kind of goopy.
A goopy white stone? That
No,
doesn't sound good.
There's a goopy film over the stone.
Still not good. I don't like it.
Differenter cave? Or do you want to
Yes.
advance?
A more differenter cave.
Do you want to go to the cave on the other side?
Yes.
Okay. This is one of the dwarven caves. There's a large gate made of dwarven wrought stone. And there's 2 dwarf statues on either side. And that seems to be all there is here. Unless you guys can find a way past the dwarf gate.
Is there any inscription?
There's lots of inscriptions.
Like, does it say "Speak, friend, and enter"?
No.
Okay. What does it say?
Okay, it says, I mean, there's a whole lot of things written on it. Most of them are runes of protection and like magic circle against evil. But there's one that says, present proof of citizenship, and that's it. Like that's at the very middle of the gate, in a little plaque.
Can I do a history check to see if I know what that means?
Yeah, you can make a history check. You like normally dwarves are given like a little coin or something like can be like one of the little charms maybe you have. Anything like that usually has some sort of lineage on it. So you start looking through all your shit.
Trinkets.
One of them has a family name on it, and several family names. Seems to be a genealogy. You hold that up to the gate, and the gate opens up, kind of horizontal. And behind it is all looks to be a part of a dwarven city. The tunnel is slightly collapsed further on, but you can see the initial guard deep of it. There's also some cannons facing the gate.
We could use those.
They are on wheels, well, like treads.
That's fine. We could use those.
You could. There's also the ammunition for him is kept inside large stone crate-like things. They're not made of wooden pieces, but they are just stone receptacles for more stone with magic runes on them. So there's 2 cannons, and I assume you want to face them towards the city?
Probably.
Let's see. Who's got an intelligence check or an engineering check or something to see if you can figure out how these cannons actually work? Otherwise, you're just gonna have some big stone things.
I mean, I've got an intelligence check, but I
Roll
guess
an
that is the same as engineering.
You just get a roll and add your intelligence modifier.
I have +1 to intelligence.
I don't think that you're
I'll
the
see
best.
if I can figure it out. Oh, apparently I know exactly how these things work. They were in a lesson once, or I was like, I saw them used in the war against something these dwarves would fight.
Or against chaos.
Yes.
Yeah. You know exactly how these work. There's a big dial on the back that there's several dials on the back. You can twist them. You put your hands against it. It doesn't actually twist, but you just twist the runes on it. And that will change the distance. This one changes the angle of the cannon. This one is the time to fire. So, you got it. Like this easy child's play.
And then I look down at my paws and go, shit.
Yeah. You need 5 fingers for this to work. Does anyone else want to make a roll so he doesn't have to try and find a way to explain a complex system to you? You've never seen a cannon like this in your life.
I mean, I poke at it and go like,
But it doesn't matter that you've
that's
never seen it. You may be able to still figure it out.
that's a cannon, all right.
Wow.
I don't even know it's a cannon.
Be right back while they roll.
playing with this chair. Doesn't Harin have engineering? Why do I think he's got engineering?
No, that was my previous character.
Oh, okay. Harin is very smart too, so I just
The smartest.
just as smart as Hans Punchman. So, how are you going to write all this out?
How compact is the Sphinx written language?
Not very. I mean, it's
Can't
like
use that.
a symbol per word. Almost, roughly.
Well, arguably more compact than common, then.
This is true. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Do you want to try and spell it all out in Sphinx? Turkey? Or is Turkey the one shuffling around?
Turkey's dead.
He's probably doing a thing.
Yep. Okay, so search meow. So we'll the rest of the place has I mean the cannons are really the biggest draw here. There's some more dwarven armor and stuff, but it's more or less stuff that you've already seen. Okay, so how are you going to convey this all? They were saying that you should write it all out in Sphinx since it's slightly more compact language.
I figured I would probably just kind of try and do the basis of, like, be like hand here and like twist until I tell them it's okay.
Okay.
So, and then we'll just do like one at a time, like one dial at a time.
Okay. Doesn't the wizard have comprehend languages?
Yes, I think.
Did it delete his spells? No, it did not delete his spells.
Where?
I mean, he can also just do message, and then you can send stuff back. Okay, so write it. I think what is message? Like 24 or something words like that. No, that's sending. It's a different spell.
But yeah, you were talking about knowing direction. I just want to clarify: we're not under the open sky, correct?
I mean, no, there's a wall between you and all of it. Arcane mark, digitation, open, close, mending, mage hand, ghost sound, detect magic. Nope. Okay. So he does not have a way to communicate magically. Didn't he like? Did you teach him? Like, did he know Druidic? I thought it was something. No. Okay. So that won't work. So we'll just say it takes you like an hour to convey it, and we'll say that Raz gets it the most because he understands how guns and stuff works.
And understands that this is a gun, just a big one.
Yes, the other two are not. They're like, what is weird chair? I don't get it.
Weird tube shaped chair.
It looks so uncomfortable. Why would you even have this? Okay. So it takes about an hour. What do now?
Well, now we have a cannon, I guess.
You got two cannons.
Oh, bonus.
When we're not gonna lay siege to the city this time because you really want your
Aren't we?
wizard in there. That I'm
So we're
fairly
gonna close the
certain.
gate, and we're gonna continue exploring.
Yes, I mean the gate closes automatically.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you wanted to move, if you're actually gonna do like a timed fire on it, you're gonna have to pull the cannons outside of the gate and then set it up. Because otherwise the gate will close behind it. So the gate closes. So that was If the tunnels are numbered from the garden over, that's 4. That was 8. 8? Yeah, that was tunnel number 8. The tunnel to the. Nope, I can't count. That was tunnel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 8. I can count. I'm a good boy. I just got confused trying to figure out left from right. 9 is where you is to the pit, and 10 is the awful goopy place. So once again, TM is blind. Which tunnels do you guys want to go into next?
So have we tried 13?
No.
And 13 it is.
Lucky number 13.
What
Okay.
could possibly go wrong?
When you're
Many things.
when you're approaching it, this tunnel actually has a staircase going down to the city. There seems to be drow going up and down it, carrying buckets.
Buckets of what?
Looks like water or some sort of liquid.
So like a sporadic one, not like a giant chain.
No, it's just like occasionally drow are going up and down it.
Okay.
If you were intelligent, you might think, this might be the way to a well.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone writing these down? Because you probably should be writing these down.
Probably yes.
Otherwise, you guys are going to forget which tunnel is which a month from now.
I've already long forgotten.
13 tunnels,
Give me 1 second.
numbered from garden.
Where do I have a thing. Ah, fuck it, I'll just open a new one.
See, Turkey's on top of this.
Okay, so we have 13 tunnels. Uh, 10 was goop.
9 was the pit.
8 was Dwarven Castle. Fortress. Which one was? Which one did we come in at?
You came in through came into the city from the pit was 9.
Okay, so like which one did we come past the little guard post?
That was, I guess, to be tunnel 0. That'd be the garden.
Okay.
Arrays start at 1.
No.
And then was that all? Which one was the? Okay, so the pit was the one that the giant was at.
The pit, yeah. There's a tunnel connecting the garden and the pit.
Okay. 9. And we went to 13, which was well. Okay. That's good to know, because if we do want to lay siege, we can block off their water supply.
I don't think a group of 5 people can lay siege to an entire city. But you can
Says
try.
you? I mean, have you
Crazy
seen our
bad.
rules sometimes?
I mean, yeah, crazier things have happened. So which one's next? Unless you guys want to actually go and look at try and sneak past the small trickle of drow. Because your sneaking's been so good this session.
The
Oh,
best
Some
sneaking.
of it has.
And no, that was more sarcastic than I wanted it to sound. You had just about the best sneaking that you possibly could have.
It helped that some of them were drunk.
It helped a lot.
Yeah.
Like -4 a lot.
Okay, so. Do we just want to run down the list?
I mean, that would be the easiest.
12.
12 is a large pit. Well, not pit. It's a vertical tunnel. Okay, and Lily, as you're peeking in, you see looks to be hundreds of those blood bats. Or just kind of like all along the upper part of the tunnel.
Maybe not go that way then.
11.
11.
Those could be useful in sieging the city as well, though. So just that.
True.
Is 11 one of the... 11 is looks to be okay, so
Wait. Did we have a scroll of comprehend languages?
maybe that's what it was. I don't remember.
I think so.
I don't feel like I don't want to use his scrolls.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm planning on, if we do want to siege, I want to be able to communicate in a time efficient manner to help strategize that.
Firewood. Oh yeah.
11.
Okay, so 11 is the tunnel that goes up and looks like it goes over. Like, I'm assuming that you're all in these together, right?
Like, we might head over ahead to be like, what is sneaky spats? Oh, nope, back off.
Okay, so this goes up and around, and it kind of leads to the purple worm tunnels that you had encountered before. This was another way into the city.
Is that WURM?
Yeah, it's a U.
Okay. 7.
I don't know what 7 is. What? 7 is a bunch of mushrooms. Some are glowing, some are purple. There's mushrooms of all kinds here. There's also some rats.
Like big rats or little rats?
They're pretty large for rats, but they're not like monster rats.
Okay.
Some of these rats even have mushrooms growing on them.
Oh dear.
And they're skittering around.
Is this fungus a thing that, like...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's bad. Unless anyone wants to go in any of these. I'm going to go to 6.
Okay, 6 is a tunnel that goes a ways and then ends in a large room that has a bunch of bones in the middle. Like several feet high of bones.
So it's a cul-de-sac with a pile of bones.
Yeah. Do you wish to investigate further?
Sure.
Okay. You're walking around, and as you're walking into the cul-de-sac, That's a good term for it. You feel little tendrils of like a slimy spit, I guess. Like it's like long strands of spit that seem to be coming from the ceiling. And you're just lightly brushing
Oh,
up against
dear.
them, and then you decide to not be in there anymore.
I look at the ceiling.
There's a whole bunch of mouths on the ceiling with long tongues.
Ugh.
None of these are seeming like good options so far.
So what is the? Can I see anything about the pile of bones? Like, does it look like there's gear with them or just bones?
Looks like there's just mostly bones. Doesn't seem to be. There's a few maybe drow or some sort of elf bones, but it mostly seems to be like little creatures from the Underdark.
Okay. 5.
Okay, hold on. 5 goes a ways in. Who had dungeoneering?
I do.
You should. I need a roll for that.
I can provide.
This is a dwarven tunnel. 5.
19.
Okay, you stop the party. You're like, this is trapped all to hell. Like, you're not sure how the traps work, but you've seen this kind of configuration in other dwarven ruins because you're an adventurer. This is what you do. And they're like, there's a wall with suspicious holes on it on one side. There's inside the middle of the floor, there seems to be 2 large slabs of stone, and in the roof, there's just 2 large ramps, just seemingly coming out of nowhere, with nothing on them or serve no sort of purpose. But it would have taken a lot of work to actually make them. So like these are all hallmarks of dwarven traps.
So yeah, this is trapped to fucking back.
This path seems to go a good long ways, but there's dwarven torches on the sides of it, and it seemed to have led to another part of the dwarven city. You assume that this was made to deter intruders.
Well then, let's be deterred.
There's also numerous posts for looks like dwarven crossbowmen to sit up in.
Yeah, this is a murder hallway.
Best kind of hallway.
Says the one who doesn't like murder.
But I do like murder hallways.
You are an odd fellow.
I guess that's because that hallway is definitely killing it.
Exactly.
4.
4 seems to end in like you walk in like 10 feet, go around a bend, and then it just seems to be a wall like 5 feet past that bend.
Perception.
Why would you ever do that?
Okay, no perception.
Okay. So 3 is a pit of acid.
I'm percepting.
You guys should probably be starting to formulate plans on how you can use these are all tools to help you actually get into this city and whatnot. Okay, so this wall is actually a wall, but there's a little crack at the bottom. You don't see a mechanism to open it, but it looks like you could fit. Well, I mean, you can't because you have paws, but it looks like you could be able to fit fingers underneath it and maybe give it a yank.
I pointed a thing.
I give it a yank.
You are 21 strong.
Yes.
You're gonna need both of the strong boys to both give me a. I mean, this is like a 5 foot by 8 foot stone wall. And
That's a post strength. Post strength rolls from both of us.
the wall budges ever so slightly, so you can get a better grip on it, but you're gonna need to do it again. It also makes some noise. Well, Gunner, if you give a average roll, okay, better than average. So then you guys just really get under there and you lift it up about halfway up, and then it gets kind of stuck. And you can see on the other side there is a shrine to Tiamat, and it is.
Whoa.
You feel kind of gross just looking at it. In the middle of there's the dragon with its multiple heads. Each one is in a different precious gem, and it is holding in its two claws a giant basin that seems to be filled with like a dark blood.
Oh,
Charming.
fancy. Who wants to try stealing precious gems from Tiamat's mouth?
It is made entirely of the red dragon head is made entirely of rubies and garnets, and then the blue dragon sapphires, and the white dragon's made of diamonds. This would be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, so who wants to just retire?
I'm pretty sure you will retire, just not in the way you'd like. But what would it be would it be like a religion check or something to figure out how to de-ultrify an altar?
Desecrate?
Yeah.
I mean, the best way to do it is like if you had the spell like hallow or like consecrate. Would the opposite of desecrate?
Would be consecrate.
Purify food and drink wouldn't do it, would it?
Nope.
I don't think an altar counts as food or drink.
Well, there's a liquid in there.
So we could potentially consecrate that, or purify that. But I think we really need a cleric for this kind of thing.
And it's a level 2 oracle spell.
So I could get it when we level up.
Yeah. And you're gonna level up at the end of this session.
Woo.
Yay.
So, yeah. Also, Frand is not in this room. It is staying past the bend, and it does not like it.
Yep.
So yeah, let's just back away slowly.
Can we close the door again?
You could yank on it. I mean, it does. It would be. You don't think it'd be that hard to pull back down? It got locked into place when you pushed it up, but it's very precarious at best.
Yeah. Can we close that?
Strong. You don't even need to make a roll.
Well, I did anyways.
Well, you do it. Good job.
Yeah, this is something if they don't know about, I do not want this left open for them. That seems bad.
Okay. What number are we on?
3.
3. That was 3? Or 3? That should be 4, right?
That was 4.
Okay.
We're going to 3.
On to 3. What's behind door number 3?
Okay, 3 contains a lot of. Okay, there's a drow guard, a female drow guard. She looks like a spellcaster. She has a wand. She's leaning up against like a gate, a crudely made gate. On the other side, there seems to be a lot of oil barrels. Some of them are leaking, so there's oil on the floor. These are all not like just immediately inside, by the way. You do have to travel down a bit.
Yeah.
They have blocked off the entire back half of the tunnel. It's just filled with, looks to be at least 200 barrels of oil.
Okay, 2.
I
2,
think 3 is high up on my list of tunnels to try now.
Yes.
2 is a long tunnel that just keeps going, just forever, and it's angled slightly downward.
That tunnel leads to bad things.
Why is this place so hard to leave?
You just said it just goes downwards?
Just down and down and down and down.
The rain came down, down, down. It started bailing.
And as you go down, I guess the louder it's like a dull hum. It doesn't sound like breathing. It just sounds like the earth is kind of just vibrating. And now you go to 1. Oh, it takes you like an hour to get back out.
Eh,
How long? So it took. We didn't spend an hour getting in. It just took us an hour to get out.
No, I mean, I assumed if you guys walked until the point where you guys like, this is where you could hear the humming, it would be about an hour. Be a mile or 2. Well, I mean, more than that. Also, wait, there's someone. The torch that you had, TM, that tunnel seems to kind of just swallow the light of it. It doesn't seem to illuminate as far as it should.
yeah, that tunnel is clearly bad news.
That was 2.
Yep.
Okay. I want to try and figure out if I can tell what it is.
Okay, knowledge religion.
That's not my best one.
Knowledge religion is not your best one?
Yup.
You can do knowledge history too.
Okay, I will do history because my knowledge religion is. I don't have any ranks in that, so it's a 6.
Oh, you want knowledge religion? I can do that for you.
You should do it too because you'll get different information.
You and your natural 20s.
I could do knowledge local.
That involves talking to people, and there's no one to talk to. Okay, so
that drow guard.
you have no idea. You know that whatever this is, and this is information, whatever this tunnel is, no one's spoken of it at all that you know of. There's nothing listed in books or anything. So that's bad. Gunnar, you know of tales where from what you were feeling and from the humming, you know that kind of feeling is like supposed to be great trials where people can actually transfer just by walking from one plane to another. And there's a lot of different tales of, especially among monks, where you have to like walk down into a valley, and then you walk far longer than you should. Like the valley may be only a mile long, but it takes you 3 weeks of continual walking to get from one side to the other. You get like your own pocket dimension, and it is usually accompanied by a hum and whisperings, and usually dark things.
Yeah, and considering this one is in the Underdark,
You are
tempting, but I'll give it a pass.
You're almost certain that is some sort of trial or dark dimension.
Yeah, it's a trial I'm fine with, but the whole dark dimension, being in the Underdark, it's another time perhaps.
We could send the giant down to do the trial.
I mean, the trials are only supposed to be undertaken in very controlled circumstances. This would be the opposite of that.
Yeah. Plus, still have a friend to rescue.
That is true.
Maybe that's where they are.
Could
And-
be, but we can check everywhere else first.
And one.
What if we don't want to check it?
Okay.
What's in one?
No, you don't want to check it.
But we have to. We don't want to. We have to.
Okay, so one actually leads back to the dwarven tunnel of death. That tunnel is still. I forgot to say, on the other side of the tunnel, before you reach the pit, you opened another secret door. Well, like you found in the beginning.
Oh, by tunnel of death, you mean 5 or 9?
By tunnel of death, I mean the one from the
Previous
garden to the pit.
Oh, okay.
The dwarven tunnel of death. And inside, behind a secret door that's of the same make as the other one, you find a staircase going up, and it's made of dwarven stairs, and it smells pleasant, and
Oh,
smells
that's
like
good.
fresh air, and slightly like rain.
This seems like a good destination. Let's go here.
They get their ship back yet?
Yeah. Sneeze, 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 sneeze. Bless you. It takes it. You guys are very, very deep underground, by the way. As you start, I assume you start going up the stairs.
Also, there's my link of the things.
Ah, handy, thanks.
Blood bats.
Well,
Mouths.
and
Well,
That's
okay.
because we didn't actually go down that way yet.
well,
It was
and
probably leading to a well, and
Saxon.
there.
All the mouths.
So staircase going up. Oh, the thing guarded by the drow.
I mean, Exxon, as Turkey has put it.
Yes, Exxon.
X on, X off.
I would say we probably have time for exploring one of the tunnels in depth.
Um,
I mean, we could do the dwarf fortress.
oh, my vote's for Exxon.
Did you just roll like a D13?
No, a D2.
Okay. What was your other
Only
one?
two options I care about.
What was the other one?
The stairs going up.
Yeah, I'm gonna not vote for that one because I don't want you guys taking the exit yet.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's
it's a
what
little
I figured.
selfish of me, but
You want to be rescued.
So, which one are you voting for, Turkey?
I'm gonna vote for the dwarven fortress.
Which one? Oh, now you had the one with cannons or the trap
Cannons 8,
hallway? Okay.
because I feel like we could explore the fortress a little more beyond cannons, or was it like already kind of explored?
The dwarf. I mean, well, it's a big long tunnel
Hmm.
that the back end of the tunnel was collapsed, so it really is just a murder hallway that ends in a dead end. But if you wanted to, you could carefully map out all the traps.
Wait, which one was the collapsed tunnel?
That was the murder hallway.
Okay. The traps one. Okay.
Yeah.
5. Collapsed tunnel.
That was specifically.
Oh, the murder hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about 8 though. Because like I kind of feel like we could explore the fortress a little bit too.
Oh, the one with the cannons.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's a guard house. The Dwarven city is more or less blocked off completely.
Oh, okay.
It is you've already explored everything inside that one.
Okay. Oh, whatever. Unless anyone else has any idea, we can do Exxon.
Exxon seems like it'd work.
Yeah.
Okay,
Speak now
so
or forever hold your peace.
Exxon, going once, going twice. Sold to the small spectral wolf. Okay, so the Drow priestess has 2 male cohorts, I get not cohorts, that's the wrong slaves. And she's currently, one of them is beating up the other one, and she is currently laughing.
I feel like
How
as a
fun.
magic user, she could probably see me, so I don't want to try my stealthy.
Two, come on. I assume you guys are going to get in combat. If so, you should probably roll initiative. No, that's not what I rolled.
I feel combat is pretty much guaranteed.
I would say so too.
All but certain.
Oh, Lily, you recognize this spellcaster as one of the handmaidens.
Ooh. I was not paying attention, I guess.
You're distracted.
Okay, so they noticed us.
No, he just goes last.
What? I just mean like because we're initiativing.
No, I'm just getting it ready.
Okay. Hey.
Okay. Now you're not inside initiative yet. So what do you guys want to do? The tunnel is, it ramps, it goes up. Oh, from where you are, let's describe it that way. You guys are behind a bunch of like loose debris, rocks, broken barrels, some carts, and it goes down in a little path that kind of zigzags because it's kind of a steep incline, and then that goes down about 60 feet, and then there's a drow, the drow priestess, and there's looks to be, the tunnel is about 60 feet wide, and it's got this metal gate going from ceiling to floor with a large entrance. It's about 15 feet across and 15 feet high. That is locked with looks to be like just a metal lock. Behind it, like 200 barrels of oil, just like none of them are really stacked on top of each other. They're just all laid out in little aisles. There is a chair, a little desk with a glowing crystal on it of some sort, and a bunch of papers. And then there are 2 drow that are up against the wall beating each other up, seemingly for the priestess's amusement.
Also, before you say anything, Gunner, she gonna die.
Does she? Does she really have to?
She gonna die. I'm just letting you, as a player, know she gonna die.
This makes Hans sad.
She is. I mean, she's not.
I mean, not that sad in the grand scheme of things.
So,
But he
she's a
does
handmaiden.
prefer people not dying.
She's gonna go in a real long sleep that she'll just never wake up from.
I mean, I have, like, last session I killed a pair of drow. I'm not that concerned.
See, like last session, like yeah, I would have been okay letting the guards live or whatever. The handmaidens and priestesses and whatnot, no, they gotta die.
Yeah, it's... I mean, you're up in initiative, so do what you got to do.
So,
At this point, the jitteriness is worn off. Raz.
Rad. Do I still have my temp HP?
Yes, you do.
Good.
Also
That's
rad.
good. That is also rad. A whole 2 extra hit points.
Hey, that can make big difference sometimes.
What's the plan? You guys have a surprise round, unless you guys blow it.
Oh, I can.
Spoilers, we're going to blow it.
I can sneak attack for quite a bit.
I mean, I was just going like Superman punch someone.
These drow, like the male drow, they look pretty buff.
I think I'm more buff.
What about this priestess type person, though?
She's really scary.
Yeah, I think
So-
she would be the general focus.
There we go. That's the one I have. Things like that.
Like drow priestess, like everyone knows like about them. They're like boogeymans inside of stories. They delight in pain and torture. They're awful and terrible.
So the handmaiden, was that just like equivalent to the one that was with me, or is that
No, that was literally one of the ones that was with you.
okay? So it was but like, oh wait, how many? Wait, so there was the priestess, and then there were the handmaidens that were serving her.
Yes.
This is one of the ones that were serving her.
Yeah, there were
Okay.
nine serving her. Well,
Yeah.
there's 8 serving her now.
Mm-hmm. If the wolf has some very hackled hackles, very clearly not happy with this drow lady.
Okay. Who goes first? What do you want to hold your action, or do you want to? What you want to do, Lily? Do you guys want to just all speak? Like, do you guys want to come up with the best? Raz is going to shoot first. Raz is going to shoot the priestess in the head as best he can.
I kind of like it would not work, but I like the idea of just using calm emotions again to make it so they don't fight, and then she gets pissed off and kills them.
I mean,
she's a magic caster. She would.
I know that's the problem is that she would notice, but like the idea of it greatly amuses me.
The idea is great, but what would happen is she'd go, "Who the fuck? What the? Who's casting magic?"
And she would do detect magic, and she'd be like, "Oh, it's those chuckle fucks." She's
So, yeah.
very, very strong, by the way. Like,
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
so Raz is going to shoot her in the head. I'm going to run in and start punching.
So you said she's holding a wand?
Yes.
Is that wand metal?
Looks like it's made of bone.
Okay, so it's not
of
metal.
course it is. There's metal on it.
Okay, so can I burning disarm it?
Yeah, I would say yes.
All right.
She also has a staff next to her.
I mean, I guess at most it's going to do 20 damage, which is fine, but like that's most, and she's probably not going to drop it. So
20 damage is 20 damage. That's not.
yeah,
It's not insignificant.
yeah.
Do you guys want to wait? Do you want to wait and try and tackle this with your wizard?
That's probably wise.
Because I'm thinking this is a yeah. That's what you should do.
magic? Yeah, that's probably true. And then we can level up and stuff.
We
so you
stop
guys-
in this hallway to level up and wait for a wizard.
I mean, I guess we could check out the egress and make sure that it's clear when we want to make our way out.
From which, I mean, we can just pause it here. Just pause time. And we'll just end the session here, and then next session we'll find out if Akim is actually dead. And
Next session will be after PAX. So
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the thing because I'm telling you right now that's fighting here is a bad idea with the person down.
That's fair.
Okay.